Welcome to the Hawks Nest live stream show. My name is Brandon Kane, and I do appreciate you for checking out the show today, tuning in with me as we've got one of our last two, maybe more, I guess. I shouldn't say last two until now. Let's see where everything finishes off at one of our last two regular season games, at least today, with the Hawks taking on the Steelers at home in a game of vital importance. As the Seattle Seahawks are trying to stay within this playoff hunt. They control their own destiny, win out, and you're getting in. That's the way this does work. So we've got a lot on the scale today, a lot at stake today, and see what our Seahawks can kind of get done. Appreciate you guys again for checking out, hopping in today, watching. We've had just great, we rounded out 14,800 subscribers here, so thank you to all the new subs who've joined up onto the channel. Got some interesting game action going on here on the top, including Arizona potentially taking down Philadelphia. The Giants standing right there with the Rams. The Seahawks inactives today are going to be Kenny McIntosh, Jordan Brooks, McClendon Curtis, Jason Peters, Raekwon O'Neal, Mario Edwards, and Kelvin Joseph. So those are your inactives, and we do have Devin Witherspoon playing today. So that's at least a good thing as far as that goes. We've got about 5 minutes here until the game starts up, so let me just say what's up to my folks here in the chat here before we kick things. Holy hand grenade, how you doing? Lions definitely did get screwed in that game. That was a strange one right there. Lord Boom says, I can't stand the Steelers. I hope we destroy TJ Watt today. I'm tired of hearing about that guy from Steeler fans. He's a very good player. You'd hope offensively you try to enter this game not letting their best defensive player, one of the best defensive players in the sport, beat you today. Yeah, you're not going to be able to maybe shut him down, but don't let him control things either on that side of things. Mom and Pop says, RT, good afternoon, Hawk fans. Let's go. Snap out, did you see the Commanders player actually blocking for the Niners during the pick? NFL is WWE, just saying. I didn't have a chance to see that. I'll have to check that out. There was some funny stuff in the Lions Cowboys game yesterday, I'll tell you that. Megan, what's up? It's good to see you. Megan Gock Roger, lady from Daninda. Says happy 2024 from down under 12s. It's the morning after the night before, so I'm here, but a little under the weather. Yeah, I've been struggling to get awake today. I'm under the weather, man, and just can't quite get the engine going here today so far. Megan says, I've heard a stat that the Steelers have not beaten the Hawks at home in 43 years. Let this continue today. Indeed, it's been a very, very, very long time since the Steelers have won in Seattle. You'd have to go back to the Kingdome days, I believe. Hell, that's even in like mid-'80s territory. Big Country, what's up? Right in the cut. Hello. The gin is flowing. Yeah, the Eagles might lose, Big Country. Boy, it's a team that's fading down the stretch, is it not? Fading down the stretch. And the Cardinals aren't going to be an easy out next week. Can't just put that down as an easy dub. And the Cats got the B-Wags jersey today. Let's go. I'll probably bring out the Largent jersey if we can get this win today, just to get that win next week. Robs, can we just win this one? Can we just get this win, please? Look, just get the win. Just get it done. Big Country says that Eagles win looks less impressive now. Damn. Yeah, they're sliding back. You know, they will be in the playoffs here, though. At the end of the day, you know, they are in. But yeah, definitely not looking strong as we thought. We've got some pretty good wins still, though, on the schedule in this year. I mean, hell, Browns might be the number one seed out there in the AFC, and we got them beat. Now I know, PJ Walker. Free Truth, what's up? How you doing? Hans Van Win says, good night, everyone. Go Hawks. Go Hawks, Hans. Rob's, I got the retro K9 jersey for Xmas, so I got K9 and Lynch both on. Let's go. Feed me, thank you for the $2 donation. Says Cards officially can't get Caleb yet. Yay. Yeah, they're going to be out of the Caleb sweepstakes here if they get the win today, especially. I think that takes them, they did get the win today. So that takes them to 4 wins on the year, and they are officially not only out of the Caleb, but out of the Drake May sweepstakes as well. That works out well for us, though they may be a little more willing to roll here with Kyler Murray coming back off that ACL and playing okay football for them. Thank you, though. Big Salty OB says, what's good, my guy? I'm just ready to roll on this game. Excited to see what we got going on today. What we got in store. We got pumpkin ready up here on the tree. Sean Lee said, let's get that win today. Let's get it, Sean. Get that dub. Megan says, under the weather means 3 double shots, rums, and coffee for NYE, and I'm yet to go to bed, B, at the Hawks Nest. Let's go, Megan. That's going hard. Let's go. And yeah, the Giants are, Rams do have the ball there against the Giants right now, though it's 4th and 19, so the Giants are going to maybe get one more chance there to do something. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, how you doing? Josh, my Eagles are imploding. Man, Josh, it's been a rough. It's just weird sometimes. It can go both ways, where you can see a team coming together and getting hot at the end of the season and playing its best football, and it's just they seem to be rising, and you can feel that. And then you have your other teams where they start out really well in the year, and then you just start to feel them, I don't know, maybe it's that whole Super Bowl loser curse thing, where the year after losing the Super Bowl is always the tough year. I don't know. I can't make no sense of it on that one. James, there's context with the Lions fiasco. Detroit tried to confuse Dallas, and 3 linemen went up to the ref. Instead, it looks like the ref got confused. It's not an excuse, just context. It's a fair point there, James. That's a fair point. It does seem like it was a little bit of unusual manner. It wasn't just your typical guy coming in, exclaiming himself that he's eligible. According to Campbell, James, he went up to the officials and talked to them about this very potential situation playing out prior to the game. Don't know if that's the case either, but definitely that would explain a little bit of the frustration too. When I told you that we were going to do this now, and when he comes in, you got to be prepared for this official, and yet wasn't a little bit, but it was a little bit, to your point, a little unusual. Nick says, block TJ Watt, please. Let's just get that chipper in there, man. Get the tight end help. Get the chipper in there. Commit to not letting this guy be the guy that wrecks you. Kind of like we let Aaron Donald sometimes when we single block him a lot through the course of the game, and you give him the opportunity to wreck shop. And he is their most important defensive player. And I always like the idea of when you have a team like this you're going up against, of trying as you can't remove him, but just try as you can to dedicate resources to hindering him. William Masupaco says, go Hawks, go Hawks. Mark Habercorn, how you doing? Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. Says the NFL has an officiating problem. And put in lock. Thank you for the $2 donut, Sanchez. Indeed, they need to get the officiating figured out here this offseason. Full-time refs, I would say attempting to somewhat streamline some of the rule book as it's been created wouldn't be the worst way to go. Lord Boom, aloha. Ethan, Stafford sacked on 3rd down. If only we could do that. I know. And they brought a lot of pressure, the Giants, on Stafford, something that, of course, we're sometimes very hesitant to do. Josh asks, we're going to get smoked in the playoffs. I've never seen a team go from top 3 in the NFL to bottom feeder in a single season. It's dark right now, Josh, but you're going to be in the playoffs. And anything like, hey, we're going to go into this too, Josh, with, our share of worries and concerns and things that we're going to be like, I don't know how we're going to do on this one, but hey, you're in, you never know. It's tough, I think, on that thing where you have that whole prior year where you play that long season, then you got to come back and play another 17-game season, and, you're just a little wore out a bit, Chiefs have kind of struck me as that just a bit this year too, Takes a lot out of you playing that long, a little bit of a long extra season. So it looks like the Hawks have deferred here. Beautiful day out there in Lumen, sun shining through the clouds, and Myers will kick this ball off deep into the back of the end zone to start us off here, where the Eagles will begin at the 25-yard line. William Leonard, thank you for the $2 donation. Can one do jersey stacking for extra good luck? Only if both jerseys are power jerseys, luck power jerseys. You can't take a normal jersey that just your normal, is day wear, and then you got the power luck jersey, and then you combine them, because then you're going to then ruin the luck jersey. But if it's luck on luck, then it's totally cool. And I'm bringing that in next week. Maybe I should have done it this week, but I'm going next week on the large jersey just to make sure, because that Cardinal team's looking tough. 1st and 10 under center here for Randolph and company. Starting quarterback here for the Steelers. Gibbs going to be to Najee Harris up the middle, and he'll gain about 4 or 5 yards. Get away with on this. My giddy. Oh, goodness. Give him the roar. Let him know. But that's my take on it, William. You can stack them, but they both have to have proof positive background of being good luck jerseys. All right, shotgun look here now for Randolph on 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard run by Harris. 3 wide. Inside give. Back to Harris. Great job by Devin Witherspoon to crash down from the slot corner position and make the tackle. He is back. Witherspoon coming off the edge there. Screaming off the edge. Third down and long now. Empty look here for the Steelers. Randolph dropping back, got a lot of time here. Finds his man over. Ooh, missed tackle there by Witherspoon on the catch. And a little bit of a run. First down. Rudolph. I keep saying Randolph. Rudolph had a lot of time in the pocket there to sit back and assess. Hawks unable to get any real pressure there. Deontay Johnson with the catch. 1st and 10. Back under center is Rudolph. Trying to get motion, play clock running down. Another give inside this time to Jalen Warren. Warren spins out of the first tackle. Stiff arms Devin Witherspoon off of him and then gains another 6 yards after that for a first down run. Impressive play there by Jalen Warren, and he's an impressive player. Broke the first tackle easily and then was able to extend the play on the run with the stiff arm. Julian Love had an opportunity at him, and Steelers are going to run the ball today. We're going to have to stop it. All right. Steelers on the Hawk side of the field at the 46-yard line. Shotgun look here. Rudolph dropping back to throw. Quick throw out. Completed, but brought down to the ground quickly by Tariq Woolen. Pickens with the catch. Woolen playing off coverage there. So Steelers just attacking the off coverage. Cover 3 kind of drop for an easy completion. Second and 5. Play action pass. Rudolph dropping off. He wants a screen play. The screen was just not going to work from the jump. Hawks were all over that one. Leonard Williams supplying some nice pressure there. I think Hawk defender snuffed this out on the back. Oh, good job there by Draymond Jones, too, to just disrupt the timing of that play by knocking Jalen Warren back a little as he's going through the line of scrimmage. And that threw off the timing. Jaron Reed also. A variety of Hawk defenders on that one did a good job there. All right, Hawks have allowed 7 opening touchdowns this season in the NFL. That is the most. Rudolph back in shotgun here. 3rd down and 5. Dropping back to throw. He's looking, still no pressure all day to throw the ball. And he'll complete it, but that will be an incomplete pass, actually. Pickens not able to get the feet down. So this will leave the Steelers with a 4th and 5. Quandre Diggs coming up to ensure that Pickens couldn't get his feet down there. Very nice coverage on the outside by Trey Brown there. A good job by Diggs to drive up and not let Pickens. It was very athletic. Get that first down. Fourth down and 5. Like the Steelers have called, looks like a timeout here to try to decide if they want to go for this. Tomlin is trying to get his guys fired up over there. 17th season as the Steelers head coach. And he's trying to get them up and going and saying, come on. The Steelers are going to be aggressive here early. No pin in the Hawks back in Side of the 20. They're going to try to go get this first down. Fourth and 5. Steelers in shotgun. Rudolph. Looking quick, coming back over to the left side. That ball is knocked away by Tariq Woolen. They tried to attack Tariq Woolen with a little back shoulder. And Tariq Woolen was having none of it on that play. Turned back around to make the play on the ball. Well done by Tariq. And not even anywhere close to being any kind of PI or anything like that. Keeps his body off of Pickens, uses his hands, turns back for the ball. Picture perfect. Well done. BB Moore Seahawks says, yay, now we can't face the 49ers in round 1. There we go. That's a good thing. I don't mind eventually facing, if we got to face in the playoffs at some point. Hey, you're going to knock them down at some point. But hey, at least the first round, let's do a different opponent, right? Like 6 times playing the Niners in 2 years, you just go, let's get somebody. Let's get somebody else on this one. I like that too. But that's a nice way this is kind of broken out for us now. The Rams were able to hold on and beat the Giants in that opening game. But good stuff. Good stuff there. No 49 first round. That's good. I love that, Femi. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for a $2 donation. Says, whole game depends on us stopping the run. Go Hawks. I think that's a big, big key here. Certainly I think, to me, I might add a little bit, Jeffrey, in how you are able to keep the pass rush of the Steelers off you. Would also be maybe in pair with that, but I agree. I think the Steelers are going to want to make this easy on Rudolph and their offense, and they're going to want to shorten this game and try to control the clock, and they're going to run if they can run. So the Hawks, of course, that's been a place that's been a bit failing recently, is this defense and stopping the run. It will determine today, because that Steeler team's not going to go away from it and just start becoming pass happy just for the sake of it. They'll stay with it all day long. All day long. Hawks are going to have some good field position here now, taking over at the 45-yard line. You sure would like that too. And what's a good way of helping to stop a team from running the football is get up in the game fast, get up quick. Start to remove that as an option for them. Start to force them into having to be a little more pass happy. See what Gino and the boys are going to do here. Alex, is Russell worth anything? I don't think he's worth anything in a trade. If he's on a low-end contract, he might be worth something, I think, to a team like an Atlanta team. It'll be interesting to see where he lands. He's kind of an unusual case. All right, Gino out now to start things off here for the Hawks. Technically 42-yard line. Dropping back to throw. Ball's tipped up in the air and knocked down. That was Hayward. Defensive tackle got back there quick. Second down and 10. Hawks typically have gone to a run here throughout the year in these kind of circumstances. And it is a run to Kenneth Walker right up the middle for a gain of 1 yard. Hayward again causing some problems down in there for the Steelers. Hawks love that 2nd and 10 run. So third down to about 9.5, or 8.5. Four-man look here from the Steelers up front. Gino, a lot of time to throw. He's going to complete this up to Noah Fant, who's right at the first down marker. He is going to be short here. So what does Coach Carroll do on the other side? We saw Tomlin get aggressive early on and go for it. Does Coach Carroll attempt to do the same thing? Looks like he's going to go for the punt. Good pass protection there for Geno. He had a lot of time to survey the field and ended up coming back to Fant, kind of the fourth option there. But Steelers did a good job of rallying. Just too much ground that they needed to get there on third down to get the first. Dixon out to punt now. And he's going to send this sky high. And a little bit too much depth there as that will go back into the end zone. And so the Steelers will take over the 20-yard line. Well said, though, Jeffrey, on that donation with stopping the run. It's going to be a big part of this. I'm definitely a little especially worried about Jalen Warren. Najee can kind of ding you here with a 4-yard run, 5-yard run, but as we saw in that one Harris run, he's kind of their that's the backbreaker back for them. That's the guy that'll get the big play. Even more Seahawks super chatted $2 donation. Says 6-man blitz alert on fourth down. Well, how about that? Hawks bring a 6-man blitz. Rudolph, probably recognizing he's got to get the ball out at that point quickly, just decides to try to take the back shoulder throw there to Pickens. And well spotted on your part, Phoebe. I hadn't noticed that on that particular play, but that's great. They're bringing it out early. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ran the cut. I like the Dallas Wildcat sneak too. I like putting the running back in there for that play. Jeffrey, thanks for another $5 donation. Says our offense is a joke. I'm not even mad about it anymore. It's all scheme. Nobody is ever open. Every throw is a low percentage. It's got its share of issues this year, to your point, Jeffrey. It's not an offense that's played up to what we thought they were going to be this offseason coming in. And there have been some line issues and whatnot, but like you say, it's not really the talent or just the injuries. You're pretty healthy at this point from where everything stands. It does come down to a little bit of times of this scheme just is very kind of meat and potatoes. You know, it has hesitancy to attack the middle of the field. It doesn't want to run out the ball outside. Doesn't want to use fly sweeps. Not a lot of pre and post snap motion. It's very kind of a stagnant style of offense in the way that they run it. A lot of runs up the middle. But yeah, it's much like with the defense at times, Jeffrey. You just hope, man, at some point there comes where you'd probably want to make a bit of an adjustment there, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Dog Watcher says, see that stat where we had the most first kickoff touchdowns given up in the first drive in the NFL, yet we always defer on the kickoff when we win the toss. I did see that. I think some of that's also, though, that they come out, and I think defensively they don't always come out showing you a lot. They're sort of like kind of feeling what the offense is doing. And that's been a little bit of, I think, that. Shotgun look here for Rudolph. Rudolph. You want to call him Randolph. This ball will be, hold on. Ball's completed, and then it's fumbled. Mike Jackson picks it up. He's down on the ground now. We're going to have a lot to unpack on this play. Hawks seem pretty certain that he just got that one. The Steeler receiver made the catch and then broke away and seemed like he was going to get up the sideline, and then the ball just plopped out of his hands. Ooh. Oh, I can't tell if he was out of bounds or not, man. It's close. He's sliding. It's like he was handing Jackson the ball almost. It was wild. I think he's just kind of the ball bobbled in his hand. They keep showing Jackson. Go back and show the play so we can see the feet are in, guys. Like, show the celebration now in slow motion with all of the guys running to the end zone. Let's make sure first the play's cleared, right? It's a close bang play. And they're grabbing the helmet. It looks like the Steelers think they're going to have this back to being overturned. And we don't get one replay. Man, they love their commercials. Okay. Goodness, great. You can't show one replay. You got to show me the slow motion highlight of him running to the end zone. And just show me the play so I can see if you guys feet in. Goodness. Silas McDonald, thank you for the $2 donation. It says, Battle of the out-of-date coaches here today, laughing out loud. Well, thank you, Silas. And by the way, that's the 20th super chat from you in your history, so thank you for that. Appreciate you. Battle of the out-of-date coaches. That's right. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, Raj, it looked like it might have been out of bounds. That's why I'm just kind of lamenting and wanting to see the replay. It was so right there, a little close on the spot. But I think they'll probably. Yeah, Jonathan, that's what it looked like to me. He was fumbling, and then did he step out? Because if he's touching the ball and he's out of bounds, it's a dead ball, I think, at that point, right? If it's fumbled and then the player's out of bounds and he's touching it, then I think that puts the ball on the spot, dropped at that spot, I believe. Oh, no. Where's my thing? Ball reversed. Yeah. That makes sense if they saw it that way. God forbid they show us actually a replay. They got too many commercials they need to get out. It's where they get too much with it. It's like, dude, don't forget the product, you guys, that we're trying to watch. Like, I see one shot of it, and there's this key replay of a turnover, and you're running to commercial. K-Jab, welcome to the Hawks Nest membership program as a Pro Bowler. I appreciate you for that. Thank you for becoming a member, and you can become a member now with as we do. See this replay here. They're going to have a guy talking, showing the still shot. Fox Broadcast is doing a crappy job right now with this. I still haven't seen one replay that they've shown yet. So I guess we're just not going to get one. Is it that hard to show one replay of the play? Not one replay. Okay. Just let me see the replay. Is this that hard? First down, run out of shotgun. Gives to Najee Harris. He's going to get 5 or 6 yards here. Boy, the Fox telecast screwed the pooch on that one, man. Let's get to commercial, then let's come back from commercial and show you a still shot that doesn't show you anything with some jackass talking and... ugh. 2nd and 4. Brian says it's the correct call. I'll take your word for it. And Brian, I think you, by the way, were the one who sent me this. Got your shirt on today. So shout out to you, Brian. I got your great gift there in the mail. Thank you, man, for the shirt. Another give here to Najee Harris. He's going to run this right up till near the first down marker. He's going to be about a half yard short at that spot. But I think, Brian, this was you, man, right? Thank you, brother. Awesome shirt. Merry Christmas. All right, 3rd and 1. $8:11 to go here in the first quarter. They're going to try to do the brotherly shove. Let's see where the mark is. It's very close. One official looks like he's at the first down marker. The other official is short. Well, they'll give him the first. There you go. Jordan, thank you for the $5 donation. Says they showed for 10 seconds of him touching it floating in the air while stepping out of bounds. Apparently means they get to keep possession. I guess that adds up. I guess that tracks on that. Just would like to see just one replay. Just give me at least just the one, you know. But that makes sense. If it is touched and you're out of bounds, you're out. You know, that is the definition on the rule with that. That's for sure. 1st and 10 for the Steelers now at the 46-yard line, still in their own territory. Rudolph. That was a weird play. He'll throw that ball away. That looked like just I couldn't tell if Warren had the ball in the play action, and then Rudolph just was sort of standing there flat-footed, staring at something like he was confused by what he was seeing. 2nd down and 10. Back in shotgun here are the Steelers now again. Delayed handoff to Warren. Warren's going to run this right up the football field for 9 yards. Big hole there. So far, the Steelers are finding holes in the ground game against this Seahawks defense. Everybody just trying to get up the football field here. And on a 2nd and 1 run, the Hawks are able to wrap up Rudolph on another quarterback keeper play. He will be just short, though this will now take it to 3rd and 1. We are halfway through this first quarter, and the Steelers already have 8 carries in this game. Oh, sorry. I guess this is there'll be a 4th and 1 play again here now. Another quarterback keeper, and that looks like that's going to be first. Again, another official showing on the first down marker. The other official showing short. They're going to give him the first down marker just like they did earlier in the drive. Okay. One official comes up, and they're inside the red line. The other one's on it. A lot of quarterback keepers. First and 10. I formation look here for the Steelers. Fall back out of it here as the tight end goes then onto the line, out of fullback position. Pitch play outside to Najee Harris. Najee Harris looking for room. Bad tackling. Spins out of that. Gets himself an 8-yard play there. Hawks defense getting slow rolled here. Derek Hall unable to bring down the ball carrier. Second down and 2. Steelers have owned this clock here in the first quarter. Handoff inside to Harris. Harris will bounce through for a 4-yard run, and he'll get himself a first down. Hawks defense is getting control of the line of scrimmage here right now. Just big boy football. First and 10. Back in shotgun, Rudolph. He's surveying the field. Finds a wide open receiver on a drag route here, and that will be a 11-yard gain to first down. We have a flag on the field, though. See what the call is. Illegal shift on the Steelers. That will negate the play. 1st and 15. Lord Boom, thank you for the $2 donation. As I work with a family of Steeler fans, I need this dub. Yeah, they'll let you hear about it. We got you at home, Steeler Nation. Or they just come in. They just come into work with the terrible towels, spin them. 1st and 15 now. Back in shotgun. Single high look from the Seahawks. Another delayed draw inside to Harris. Boy, every run there's 5 or 6 yards to be had. Hawks defense, when they're seeing shotgun just on the defensive line, everyone's getting up the field and they're exiting any of their gap integrity at that point. So they're trying to become pass rushers, and the Steelers are running this delay because they think it's pass and then going to the run, and it's hitting us each time they want to run it here in the game. Twice that they run it, they've hit it for pretty well. Second down and 9. Empty look here for the Steelers. Rudolph dropping back. Easy completion made there. Hits Pickens for a first down. Seahawks dropping back into their pillowy, soft zone defenses and leaving huge holes up in front for Rudolph to then go and attack. Already the 7th first down here in the first quarter for the Steelers. Handoff inside to Warren out of shotgun. Bouncing through the line. He'll be taken down for a gain of about 1.5. First and 10 here, second down and 8. Jaylen Warren cooking through in the open field, and he's going to break this one for a touchdown. I don't think he was even touched, and that's an inside run. They went right at the side where Darrell Taylor's at. He got cleared out of his hole, as does happen, of course. And then they went right at it. They went right at that spot. He bounced it back outside as he was using his vision. Find the free space at that point, but holy mac, what a bad drive there by the Hawks defense all the way around. Steelers, 14 carries, 75 yards. No, that's not for the whole 4 quarters of a football game. That's still for just a quarter on the ground alone, making this very, very easy for this Steelers offense right now. And Rudolph. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, sorry, but Rudolph has a very punchable face. He does. I have to say that I feel it. Sometimes you got a punchable face. It's like the resting bitchy face, you know. Sometimes you just got the punchable face. It happens to. It can happen to people sometimes, you know, and he's definitely got one of those. I agree. Free Truth, thank you for becoming a member of the channel as well. And if you do become a member of the channel, we got PFF scores coming out on Monday. We also do our Thursday members-only stream for the channel. So there's some nice little bennies that come into it on that side of that for becoming a member. But thank you, Free Truth, for being a member of the channel. Become a member. Appreciate you. Farting Hippo, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you, Farting Hippo. Concierge Nolan, thank you, Nolan, for the $5. Says, let's get this happy new year started off on the right foot. Let's do it, man. Let's get this dub. Let's start this year off right. Come on. Come on. Thank you, Nolan. Appreciate the $5. Defense is going to need to find some stacked boxes or something here. But happy new year to you, man, and Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a real nice one. And thank you. David, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, I'm quite irritated that Pete didn't go for it when he could have. And Tomlin has no fear. Pete always has faith in the defense when it's undeserved. Agreed. He, to me, looks at this defense as one that's going to get the stop. That's that optimism that, you know, Pete operates of, which has got its ups and downsides to it. And one of the downsides is that, you know, well, I can always trust my D even when, no, you really probably shouldn't. And I'll say it's been an oddity with Pete over the years. When he came to Seattle originally, you know, much more willing to go for it on 4th down, much more willing to roll the dice. He's gotten a little bit risk adverse, or heavily risk adverse, I'd say, as the years have gone along here. And he just does not like to go for it on those 4th downs unless he really, really has to. But it's a good point, David. Good point. You're going to win the game out of, you know, fear, trying to go for it, you know. And certainly Steelers have been rewarded for going for it here so far. Even after they had that stop on the 4th down stop before, we weren't able to offensively punish them for it. So 14 play, 80-yard drive there for the Steelers. Very impressive. The Kivers, thank you for a $5 donation. Says, just tuned in. Was going to ask for a brief how we doing, but you pretty much told me. Yeah, you've got Steelers going for it on fourth down opportunities. No fear. We had our first opening drive, had 4th and 1 opportunity, decided not to go for it and punt them deep in their own end zone. They came back with that long drive, basically just kind of running the ball. A couple throws in there, but it was really just hammering on the run game here so far. Thank you, though. Appreciate you, Kivers. Kivers. Sorry, Kivers, I always say it, so my bad, man. My bad. First and 10 for Geno from the 25-yard line, dropping back to throw. He's going to let this rip, and this ball is going to be almost picked off. Dangerous throw. Probably should have been picked by Eric Rowe, the safety. Oof. I'm not sure what Geno saw there that led him to believe, it actually got through the hands and hit Tyler in the chest. Bit of a rough start here for the Hawks. Second down and 10. Geno back to throw. Finds Walker. Walker, nice reverse pace there on that catch and run. Good job there. And bounce that back outside after the catch. Got himself a nice little 6-7 yard gain on the back of it. Duquan, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, playoff picture if we lose today. I'd have to see how it would. I hadn't actually checked in to see how it would be for if we lose, what way that would play out. I'll try to see if during one of these commercial breaks I can find the we're definitely gonna need some help, I think, at that point. Shotgun 3rd and 3 here for Geno. Charbonnet to his left. Looking. Uncorks this ball, finding Noah Fant. Fant with a couple of catches here early on. First down. Let's go. I'll try to Duquan look up at the commercial break, see if I can find the way that breaks out. First and 10. 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lockett in motion. Handoff inside to Charbonnet. Charbonnet powering forward. Nice job by him there. He got the defensive tackle, had him up around by the head there, and he still pressed forward and turned it into a nice little gain, and that will probably be the final play here of the first quarter. Let's see if we got this right here. I don't know. Based on what I'm reading here, Duquan, if we have this lose, I don't know if we can get in right now with some of the tiebreaker situations outside of there being. I mean, we would need obviously at that point we would need next week. You got the Green Bay Minnesota game, so you're probably looking at needing. One of those teams to lose twice, essentially, for the next 2 weeks if we lose this game, because we don't have the tiebreaker against either of them. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough sledding if we're trying to lose this game and still get in after this. I don't know if that's happening. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, why are there so many Steeler fans in Seattle? I don't know. They travel well. They're kind of like the Green Bay, where there's always those fans everywhere throughout the country, and a lot of people became fans of them growing up. They liked the colors. They were winning at the time they grew up. You know, it's one of those things that sometimes happens with that. But there was a lot of yellow out there in the crowd today. That's for sure. A lot of yellow. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you, Snail. They travel well. They do travel well. Beats but loses theirs, and the Bears have the time. It is a tiebreaker, therefore. Gonna get dark here. If we gotta get this dub. Gotta get this dub today. No two ways about it. Robert Bennington, my brother in the house. What's up, Rob? Hope you're doing well. All right, 2nd down and 6. Geno under center here. Play action pass, dropping back. He's under a lot of pressure. Good job of scrambling away from it by Geno. And he finds DK Metcalf up the football field for a big gain down to the 24-yard line. Boy, great job of Geno to escape away. TJ Watt was right back there hunting. And he was able, with some nice pocket mobility there, to step up into the pocket. Lucas almost didn't even have him touched off the snap. And Smith able to just do a good job there of winding up. Well done there by Geno. Keeping his eyes upfield after extending the play. So the Hawks now into the Steelers side of the field, all the way down to the 24-yard line. Give is going to be here to Walker. Walker trying to break outside. He's got a little bit of room outside, staying in bounds, and gets himself a nice little 10-yard play there, showing off the speed and quickness on that play. Hawks got something working here. Nice job of bouncing offside, keeping his feet off contact. Well done. First and 10 for the Hawks. About the 14-yard line. Gives to Walker again. He's got a big hole to run through here, and he's going to get a touchdown. Kenneth Walker. Well blocked play. No dancing needed there on that one. He just ran through that hole. Bounced a little bit with an outside off the block. Read the block well and got to the outside. Nicely done there. But a great job by the Seahawks offensive line of opening up a big old hole there off the left side. That's Damian Lewis and Charles Cross there. Perfect little hole. Just a nice, that's just perfectly blocked up by those two guys. And they create a nice little lane and gap there for Walker to run through. For the Hawks, come right up the football field quickly here after the Steelers touchdown and match one of their own. And the extra point will be up and good. 7-7 Seahawks. Nicely done. Very nicely done there by Walker and the offensive line. Let's go. We didn't need that little answer there. I will be right back, folks. Bear with me one moment, please. Oh, right. DK Metcalf also with a nice block on that Walker run, by the way. He was beasting up on that one, too. DK showing you what he can do as a blocker. You get Cross and Lewis, clear the path. DK then on that same left side, locks in his block. Not a lot Walker then has to do to go get into the end zone. Just use that speed. Robert, my brother, says like and subscribe for Big Hawk Energy. That's right. That's right. He's got it right on that one. He's got it damn right on that one. I got a couple other donos here. Bear with me just a sec here. It's always a little tough with the play-by-play and staying up on the donos, but I got you guys, so bear with me just a sec on that. Myers is going to kick through the back of the end zone, so the Steelers will take over the 25-yard line. Back in shotgun, Rudolph. 3 wide to begin things here for the Steelers. And this will be carried outside by Warren, still on his feet. Nobody can tackle Warren right now. Nobody can tackle Jaylen Warren. He just broke about 6 tackles on that play where guys had him heads up, 2 hands wrapped around him, and nobody could bring him to the ground. Hawks have no answer for the Steelers' rushing attack at this time. I mean, none whatsoever. Witherspoon had a chance. Quandre had a chance. Bobby had a chance. Jackson had a chance. Finally, Draymond Jones brings him down. And that will take the Steelers already up near the midfield stripe. Hawks are going to have to find some answers here in stopping the run in this game. I don't know, 5-man front, and that's what we're going to get here right now is a little bit of a 5-man front look. And wide open. Broken play here to Pickens, who will fumble the ball out of bounds. But that's a catch and a catch down the field. Seahawks defense just gets... What are they doing? You got 2 guys here. Nobody pick him up? Yeah, broken coverage. Julian Love thought Devin Bush was picking him up out there in zone, and he didn't. The wonders of the zone defense. Steelers quickly up the field now. Pickens with his 3rd catch for 52 yards, and they are already to the 15-yard line of the Seattle Seahawks. Rudolph under center. The give is inside here. Denaje Harris, Jaron Reed on him quickly, and then brought down to the ground by Derek Hall. Let's go. Derek Hall showing up a little bit there. Nice job by Derek, setting the edge, getting off the block, and making the tackle. Steelers offense has been very impressive here to begin things out, but they are working with the 2nd and 11 now. See if the Hawks defense can stiffen up here. They're going with that 5-man front again. I like seeing this. And a nice job of corralling them. The 5-man front helps there on that play as Warren taken down for only a yard gain. Love the adjustment defensively here for the Hawks. They're going to sort of that 4-3 under man look that they used to have on the old defense where you've got 4 guys hand in the dirt. 5th man is essentially like an outside Sam linebacker standing up off the edge of the line of scrimmage. So that gives you the 5 down lineman. It gives you the extra lineman down there to create more of that wall up against that running game. You know, there's less natural holes there. So we'll see if the Hawks continue to lean into that adjustment as I hope they would. Let's make the Steelers try to beat you in this game throwing the football. Silas, looks like we got another timeout here from the Steelers. Silas, thank you for the $10 donation. Very, very kind of you, my man. I appreciate that. Brandon, I'm thinking of starting a channel similar to you and Brendan with analysis and draft coverage. How did you build your channel and fan base? Any advice means a ton to me. Go Hawks. Well, absolutely, Silas. And obviously, too, always feel free, man, to reach out to me on DMs on Twitter and whatnot for some specifics and things to do. You know, it really is not there's really not a secret sauce to it. And we're quickly back here from this timeout with the Steelers. So I still will get to your question because I want to answer it in a good, thorough way. But let's get to the change of possession here. 3rd down and 8. Empty look here. Rudolph and shotgun. Seahawks bringing a little bit of pressure. Rudolph under pressure, brought down. The blitz works well. Let's go. Leonard Williams in there. Jaron Reed in there. Comboing up to get the job done. 4th down. Nice job by the Hawks defense there. 5-man pressure look with Bobby coming. You get single blocks across the board. Leonard Williams just absolutely beats his guy up in the one-on-one blocks as Leonard continues to flash. Play sensationally here. So 4th and 16, 39-yard field goal attempt here by Chris Boswell. And that kick is up and through. So 10-7 Steelers here. The Hawks defense able to find some answers. Nicely done. So Silas, the first thing that you want to do when you start this thing out, I think, is before you get to any of the details on doing a channel or anything like that, you got to do it from the commitment angle of it. And the commitment angle of it is to 2 items. It's number 1, to the commitment of creating consistent content, because there's no secret sauce to where, what people sometimes do, Silas, is get into this and think that there's going to be a viral video they create, or that just the magneticism of their personality is going to bring people to them. And it doesn't work that way. It's a grind, and it's the slow buildup, and it's the slow grind. There's no way to fast track it, just based on what I've seen with it. And so what you got to do is commit to both the consistent content, and then also commit to, this is going to take me some time. I can't look at this in 2 months from now. I can't be staring at my phone every month worrying about subs. Am I getting my sub? Am I getting my sub? You got to just keep committing to keeping the content going. And that if you trust the process, if you do this for 3 years and you have, consistent content, you'll have you'll have a good channel growth. You'll have a good audience. But it seems like sometimes for me, Silas, and when I get out, it's people looking for a little bit at times for that secret thing that happens. And if you look with me and Brendan, there ain't no secret thing with us. Brendan's out there grinding on videos on a daily basis. I'm doing 4 or 5 live streams a week plus the uploads. It's a lot of work. It's a tremendous amount of work. And if you got to love to do it. That's the other part of it, is you got to love doing this, because there's going to be those times you're like, man, this is a lot. It's a lot. But if you commit to those 2 things, the rest will come. Other stuff like streaming to multiple platforms, stream to Twitter, stream to Facebook, stream to Twitch, stream to Instagram. That can help you out initially. So investing a little bit in the willingness to then pay for a subscription that'll pump it out to all those places. But just getting the content created out consistently, I think, is the main thing. People tend to start this out real hot and then give up really quick, or pitter out really fast, Silas. So just buy into that process, that it'll take time, and that there'll be a lot of work involved, but the rewards will be down the road, when like stuff is for kicking for me right now, where you really get the upshot of that once you go through the early process. But hit me up on Twitter, on DM over there, or at TheSeahawksNest on Gmail. I'll give you a couple of other little things you can kind of do in there, but just stay on that, create the content. Once you can get to doing lives like I'm doing right now, Silas, lean into doing lives. Once you get to I think it's 500,000 territory, I forget which one it is, but I think it's 100. Once you get there, just commit into that, and then do both of those things and get as much content as you can out. Do the shorts. The shorts are, TikTok might eventually be going away here, and shorts will take over, and YouTube's trying to pump that up. So use that as another way to kind of get yourself going, because those are easy. You don't have to create thumbnails under 60 seconds. Bing, bam, boom. Those can help your channel out too. So, well, yeah, thank you for the $10 donation, man, and good luck to you on that. Best of luck to you on that. It's a fun little thing to get into, that's for sure. All right, so the kick went through the back of the end zone by the Steelers, and Gino and company are going to take over here at the 25-yard line. 10:27 to go here in the second quarter. Hawks down 10-7, play action pass. Gino's going to try to roll out, go back to Kenneth Walker here, an inventive little play here. Walker's got an envoy of blockers out in front of him, and he will get himself an 11-yard gain. Nice creative design there by Waldron, rolling Gino out to the right, having him throw back to the screen, back to the far side of the field left. Kind of catch that Steeler defense, hopefully being a little bit over-aggressive there on the play, and it looked like they did. First down and 10. Gino under center here. Play action pass. Again, some very quick pressure by the Steelers team. Noah Fant with the catch down the middle of the field, right there at the seam. Hawks attacking a little bit more in the interior side, the inside part of the field. The passing attack today. Fant just runs it right up, kind of a post route there. And he finds a nice space there in the zone for his third catch of the day. And a good job by Geno. Again, early quick pressure that he's doing a good job. We saw him do this with Watt of moving up in the pocket away from the pressure. Subtle pocket movement. Quick snap here. Handoff to Kenneth Walker. Walker still on his feet, breaking tackles. And that will be that for that. He gets a good little gain, though. Second down and 3. 7-yard gain there by Walker. And another nice little hole off the left side. Hawks are finding a little bit of effectiveness there in the ground game off that left side. 8:35 to go in the second quarter. Geno under center at the 36-yard line of the Steelers. Oh, we got a false start here by the Hawks. Darn. Colby Parkinson's going to get hit on that one. Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. Seeing Russ as number 2 is the best Xmas gift. I think there's a few people celebrating that one out the Hawk fandom a little bit. It was interesting doing that show this last week and kind of just gauging and feeling the opinion out there from Hawk fans and where they were sort of standing on Russ and their thought point and view of him at this point. But yeah, he's had a rough road out there in Denver. Second down and 8 now after the penalty. Steelers showing a blitz. Pick it up, Geno. You see it coming. Hand off to Walker. Walker dancing around inside. Walker, great little run there. Using his vision really nicely. Oh, that's got to be a 15-yard flag right there. He just smacked Walker in the face. That's got to be a flag. He just hit him in the face. Where's the flag at, ref? Well, he straight up hit Walker right in the face and no flag called. No flag called there. Wow. Officials just must have missed it. Nice little run there by Walker, though. Dipping through the hole there. First down and 10. Empty look here for Geno. Drops back to pass. Throws it inside to DK Metcalf. Metcalf still on his feet. Metcalf knocked down to the ground. First down. Geno looking good in the pocket today. Well, I guess Walker did shove the ball in his face, so there is that. Oh. Nice route there by DK. He got the rook turned around that time. First and 10. Hawks at the 10-yard line of the Steelers. Geno in shotgun. Steelers showing their own five-man look here. And Geno throws that through the back of the end zone there. Looking to go to Noah Fant in the back there, but I think Geno's just kind of throwing that away. I don't think he liked the way that play looked there at the start of things. We got a Steeler down on his knee right now. I think that's the rook right there. Thank you, Sanchez, for the donation. Jordan, thank you for the $2 donation. Says an outside run? I know. Doth your eyes betray you? Doth your eyes betray you, Jordan? Indeed, they do not. Porter's going to come off the field here, helped by the staff. Steelers secondary is already in a little bit of tough shape here. Eric Rowe and Patrick Peterson only making his third start at safety here for them today. Or in his career, I should say. In a very long career. So Steelers can ill afford to lose a lot more out of that secondary right now. Second down and 10. 6:36 to go here in the second quarter. Hawks down 7-10. Geno under center, 2 tight end look. Give is to Walker. Walker bouncing around inside and almost able to keep his feet. If he kept his feet, he is walking in and just got tripped up there as he was breaking it back across the field. Oh, he looked like he was just about to house that thing. He came very, very close. 3rd down and 6. 7 plays, 68-yard drive here by the Hawks, taking up 4 minutes, 20 seconds and counting. Geno in shotgun, Charbonnet to his left. 3 wide, 1 tight end. And it looks like Cross jumped a little bit off sides there. Cross was just a little bit early on that play. Second false start here on this drive by the Hawks. Third down and 11. Geno in shotgun. Hawks can still get a first down. Geno lets it rip over the knee. Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba with the catch. Let's go! Seahawks with a touchdown, and they will take the lead. Geno with a dart in the back of the end zone. Jackson Smith-Njigba went high. I got so excited I spilled coffee all over my desk. Let's go. What a drive there by Geno and the boys. Let's go. Well, my mouse pad now smells more like coffee than it already did. So there's that. Got a little bit too hyped up on that. Geno threw that ball into there's a lot of traffic down there, but he found Jackson, and Jackson went up nice and high to go get that ball. 3rd and 11. You talk about a high degree of difficulty down there right at the end zone. There's not a lot of space to work with down there. Tight windows. Tight windows. And Geno able to fit that one on in there. Excellent 2 drives here executed by Geno Smith against the Steelers defense. Top notch. I mean, that's pocket movement, awareness with pressure. It's a little bit more of the Geno we saw of last year. You know, we've seen it times this year too, but that's what you get. You know, that decisiveness back there, seeing things clearly, picking up the blitzes. On point with the decision. Like it. Lord Boom, thank you for the $2 donation. Says DK to K9. It ain't that hard. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that was a hell of a block and that touchdown run there by DK. One of the parts that he brings to play in his game that I think a lot of times gets forgotten about is the level of impact he can bring on that side of things. Thank you, Lord Boom. Cheese Taco has been celebrating 14 months as a Hawks Nest member. Thank you for that, Cheese Taco. As CJ once said, aw shit, here we go again. Go Hawks. Go Hawks, Cheese Taco. Reza Mark Q, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, load the box. Make sausage face beat you. Yeah, make sausage face beat you. I agree with that. And that's where I lived on the last drive as they got into the red zone. You saw, or at least down to that on that side of the field. It was almost like Clint Hurtt said, okay, enough. Let's run out with the 5-man fronts and let's go this direction of it. And I think that'd be to me, this is something that I'd love to see them implement against a team like the Niners from time to time. You know, take that running game away from them. Make them beat you solely through the air. And I'll like our chances in this game if we can do that. My cat is so chill. He's a super chill girl. There's not really enough in the stream. Got to get her in the stream. Geno going through his progressions there. Boy, what a beautiful throw. Jeez. Put it over the top of a defender there. I mean, that's not only putting it in the spot location-wise, but giving a little bit of arch over the top to be able to teardrop that in over the defender. Wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. Let's go. All right, the kickoff will go through the back of the end zone or at the 2 and bounce through. Jim Reinmiller, thank you for subscribing to the channel, Jim. I appreciate you for doing that. Marcus B28, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, I ran a simulation. If Seattle lose to Pittsburgh, then week 18 is a must win, and whoever wins tonight, we need to lose. If Green Bay, Minnesota, and Seattle finish 1-1, Hawks are in. That is a great way of breaking it down, Marcus, and that is indeed what I was seeing too on that side. I was just checking in on, so that fits to my math. Early carry here for the first down run here to Najee up the middle. He'll get about 4 or 5 yards, but that does seem to be the way that it needs to roll with this. We can all make it nice and simple and easier, though, can't we, Marcus, if we just get these 2 dubs, right? Just get the 2 dubs, and then we don't have to be relying on this to that, to this to this. I mean, even nice to be able to get in Marcus next week to know we could get in to that last game of the season and not necessarily it be a must win if things break out in a certain way, because there'll be some results that we'll know will have played out by that point. All right, second down here and 6. Roll out for Rudolph. He's going to run with this. Bobby Wagner in pursuit, and he'll only gain about 2 yards there on the play. Yeah, we can't get the tiebreakers to him. That's the thing with the Marcus, is if you end up with tiebreakers on Green Bay, Minnesota, you're in trouble. You can lose one of the, not with both of them at least. All right, third down conversion attempt here for the Steelers. They're 2 of 5 today. 3rd and 4 on this play. 4:25 to go here in the second quarter. Game has moved along very fast. Empty look. Warren now going to draw back into the backfield here. Play clock winding down at 1. Low snap. Rudolph picks it up. Got an open receiver here. Missed tackle. Another missed tackle. Boy, Hawks just have a hard time of bringing guys to the ground. That's a first down by Fairmouth on the catch and run. Low snap. Rudolph did a good job picking that thing up and getting it out still. And Trey Brown just completely whiffed on the tackle there. First and 10 for the Steelers. Big play. First and 10. More of that 5-man kind of front there from the Seahawks defense. Rudolph under center, pitch play out wide to Najee Harris. Najee Harris on his feet, more broken tackles. Still not able to get him to the ground. Man, all the way down to the 20-yard line. Big run by Najee Harris. Seahawks had a 5-man front there, but they ran into the left side where 3 of those guys are out of the play at that point when they're running the pitch to that side. Steelers quickly up the football field here. Hawks tackling issues still showing themselves on play in and play out. Pistol look here for Rudolph. Inside give here to Najee Harris. He'll gain about 3 or 4 yards there on that run. Second and 5. Nicholas Newton, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, no, Brandon, Steelers hasn't been impressive. Our D has been straight up trash booty. We should have went for it on 4th down. Fair enough, Nicholas. That's fair enough. They definitely haven't. They haven't been stifling. I'll say that about this first half with our defense. And the Steelers now 21 carries and 134 yards on the ground in this first half. Just it's been a growing issue as the years wore along, and that will take us down to the 2-minute warning after that last play. Stale, thank you for the $2 donation. Jaron Reed is having a career year, and Clark cut. Weird. It is strange. It is strange. I think with Clark, I just think you can make the argument he's gotten his championships. He's gotten his pelts on the wall and all that stuff. And that, he's at a spot where he's kind of still wants to play. I don't know if he really wanted to play on this. And Jaron Reed's having a lights out season. He's been really good for us this year. He's brought, for the value of the contract he signed, it's been tremendous. And you got to love what he's bringing to the table. And it is weird that Clark seems to be at this point kind of done. I don't think he's coming back to the NFL in this offseason. I'd be shocked if there's a team that's going to step up willing to sign him. But it happens sometimes, man. You get paid, you got your championships, you've been a 3-time Pro Bowler. You just kind of get to that point like, I think I'm kind of good, but I still kind of want to play. BB Moore Seahawks, thank you for the $2 donation. It says 2 6-man or more blitzes today from what I'm watching. Let's go, man. Getting the 5-man fronts, 6-man blitzes. Are we in heaven, feed me? Are we in heaven? Jeffrey Thistle says, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, OnlyFans when? Not me. Not me. I'll tell you that. Jeffrey. You ain't seeing me in no Speedo. The Kivers, thank you for another $5 dono. Says, great answer to Silas's question. Very impressed with your willingness to help possible future competition. You're a good dude. Well said. Yeah, I never will view, I definitely don't view guys on the Hawks out on YouTube as competition with other analysts or people coming up. I think that the more that there is a Seahawk identity on, be it YouTube or online, with people, their own takes, their own area, their own channel, their own kind of niche from what they're operating off of. I think that just makes it YouTube more of an attractive place, or wherever you're broadcasting, more of an attractive place for audiences to go to check out the content. So I look at it more as that, people doing this is nothing but a good thing. Definitely not in any kind of competition, and it's only good if people can do it. So I actually do a good share of folks that are outside of this sport football stuff and advising them at times on their channels and stuff like that. I love to see it. It's a great little thing to go into, and you run your own gig and you got your own voice. It can be awesome. Thank you, Kivers. All right, we got 2nd and 5 after the 2-minute warning here. Under center is Rudolph. He is no doubt going to hand this ball off. And yes, he does. Right in the backfield. Boye Mafe has him, but can't wrap him up. But stonewalls him enough to where he's only able to get about a yard, and this will bring up a 3rd and down. Clock will continue to tick, 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 tick here. I certainly do not want to let them have the first down and not have an opportunity, at least with one more possession this half, to go out there and get something done. But it really does come down, Kivers, and doing this advisement, it comes down to you just got to stick with it and grind and stick with it. And if you do that, you should come out the other side of, you'll naturally get better at it. Your content will naturally get better with time. But it's that part about, sometimes people want it to be fast on this. We got the microwave world, and that's the part you can't apply when you do this, because you got to dig. 3rd and 4. Very important play early on still in this game. Hawks up 14-10 on the Steelers. Chance here for the Hawks to get a stop. Still get the ball back with some time to do some damage if they can do that. Steelers an opportunity to bleed this clock. Empty look here for Rudolph. This is where they've been in 3rd down often. Quick throw. Hawks dropping back again into 6, 7, 8 yards off the line of scrimmage when the Steelers only need 4 yards. Strange. Why is he backing up? Zone defense today in the passing attack. Steelers have not had to throw a lot. When they've thrown, they've been able to go at it. Quick run here to Warren, and now the Steelers are going to be able to basically run this clock all the way out here, regardless of what they get accomplished with this drive. Man, Hawks defense not impressive in this first half in almost any respect. Steelers with 23 carries and 136 yards in this first half on the ground, 5.9 yard per carry average. Meanwhile, Mason Rudolph, 7 of 11 for 100 yards. He's averaging 10 yards an attempt with a 97 rating. Second down and goal. This is going to be another running play. You know it's going to be a running play. And still they're able to get 5, 6, 7, and a touchdown. Boy, Hawks defense is not showing much fight today. R. Levis, thank you for the $5 donation. Just want to call out Metcalf in that Walker scuffle. Dude stepped in to break it up instead of making things worse, which is a nice change. I think he got the... I think he's maybe a little short here. It's right on the spot. He might be a little short of the first down. Not going to be a fumble, though. I will review this at this point. The touchdown scored by Najee Harris. But that was good to see Metcalf helping to come break it up, Levis. Yeah, that is a nice change on that. Not coming in trying to amp it up further, but coming in being the peacemaker on that. Well spotted on your part, Levis. Roxanne Roll is in the house. Thank you, Roxanne, for the $20 donation. The big $20 donation. Thank you for that. Says, should Seattle not win today to make the playoffs, we must win and have Green Bay, Minnesota lose, and New Orleans for a little insurance. Go Hawks. Hey, go Hawks, Roxanne. And yeah, you hate to be in that territory where you got to hope that these teams are going to lose, that for you to get in. You want to control your own destiny. You're in control of it right now. Steelers are going to be confirmed on that touchdown, so they'll go up 17-14 here in this first half. With still 1 minute and 36 seconds to go and a 1 timeout remaining for the Hawks to try to make something happen as far as that goes. But boy, just inability to tackle in this half by the Hawks defense. I don't know how many tackles have been broken in this game, but it seems like at least 20, 25 tackles in this first half by this defense. They're sliding off continuously. But thank you for that note, Roxanne. And that's too much that we need to have happen for 1 week, in my opinion. It could happen, but I don't want to count on it and I don't want to hope for it. So go Hawks and let's get this win today, Roxanne. Let's get this handled right now, Let's not mess around with it. You know what I mean? Silas, thank you for another $5 donation. Thanks for taking the time to answer so in-depth, Brandon. You're an awesome dude. I reached out over email. Go Hawks. Well, thank you, man. Always happy to help on this thing. So, yep, I'll give you some tidbits and little things that can help you out. But that's it at the head of this, Silas. At the end of it is just consistency and stay with it, because those are the two things that when you talk about competition or other people trying to do what you're doing, that's the things that people aren't going to do. They're going to want it to be done quick. They're going to want to try to just do real infrequent stuff. That's the place where you can get into this and really, I think, make some headway. It still will take its share of time, but if you do check those 2 essential boxes, the rest should come with it, And it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun doing this stuff. Thank you, though, for both double donos. And Roxanne, thank you for that $20 dono. Yeah, we're making Harris look like a Pro Bowler. It's true. And yeah, the defense is, this is an awful half. Three drives by the Steelers, all 3 drives, scoring drives. Meanwhile, your offense is actually running the ball, throwing the ball, a couple touchdowns they put up on the board. So it's not like the defense can come back to and be like, well, we just had to be on this field for so long today. It's a little bit of what I've talked about people that I've had discussions with on the time of possession thing, where they'll point to time of possession and be like, well, we lose this time of possession. It's not as much on the defense. It's, offense can't do stuff and we lose time of possession. But this is exactly the type of game that I push back against that opinion on, where I say, look at the time of possession in this game. You have an offense that has 1 punt in this half, 2 scoring touchdown drives, and yet they find themselves with a 2-to-1 time of possession ratio in this half between the two. It has nothing to do with an offense ineptitude at that point. It's your defense lets these slow grind drives go down where they're not interested in, as we see on a lot of these plays where on third down when Rudolph is throwing the ball, they're not playing to the sticks. They're playing with depth past the sticks in coverage. And so then that leaves these easy completions on third down to be had, especially when they're in 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 4s. Hawks defense is going to have to find some aggressive approach here in the second half because the soft sell answer, the just sit back in our deep zone approach ain't going to work in this one. All right, Gino's going to come out now with 1:36 to go here. 1 timeout on the board. They will be on the 25-yard line to start things out. Let's see if they can make something happen here. 3 wide, 1 tight end. Gino moving away from pressure. Finds Lockett. Lockett knocked down to the ground, and that ball will be knocked away there. Gino did a good job as he done this half of getting away from early pressure there. Stepping up in the pocket especially. And Locke almost able to reel that one in, but a good hit there by the Steeler player to knock it free. 2nd down and 10. Gino dropping back to throw. Gets it to Charbonnet, who's quickly brought down to the ground here. This will bring up about a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. Hawks coming up here. Gino's going to settle things up a little bit here. They're not going to rush. They don't want to give the Steelers a lot of time back here. The Steelers aren't calling a timeout yet here. 3rd down and 6. 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. 3 wide look. Gino and shotgun. Steelers showing their 4-man front. Gino dropping back to throw. Run it, Gino, run it, Gino. Boy, Gino just did not want to decide to run the ball there. He might have gotten the first if he had just taken the legs and gone. But he sort of tentatively kind of slow stepped his way up the line of scrimmage there as he was trying to decide what to do. And Steelers did a good job of getting him stopped before the first down. Steelers will call their final timeouts. They're going to get an opportunity here with about 40 seconds remaining to see if they can make some more headway here against this Hawks defense. Michael Hyde, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, why can't our defense and offense play good at the same time? Why? Yeah, Michael, I'm with you. We've not had, I don't think, one game this year where we get them both on the same page. It has always been one, it seems like, or the other every single game this season. It's truly, truly maddening, man. Truly maddening. All right, Dixon's going to see if he can flip field positions here for the Hawks. He sends off a boomer. This ball goes high and deep, and it'll go through the back of the end zone there. So the Steelers will get this with 30 seconds, 6 seconds to go from the 20-yard line and no timeouts. But Michael, I share your frustration, man. Come on. Come on. Thomas Cox, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, does Seattle deserve to make the playoffs? Well, I think if they get in, they deserve it. You know, I think if you get in, I'm one of those ones that say you've done your job to do what you need to do to get in. You know, it hasn't been pretty in getting in. It hasn't been and we have a throw here on first down. Quick tackle and catch. Nice job by Michael Jackson there to limit the play and keep the man in bounds. The clock does continue to run, 25 seconds and counting. Rudolph trying to do too much of guiding and directing the action here as that clock just keeps on winding on up here. 16 seconds to go. Drops back to pass. He's going to again try a little check down throw. Again, quick tackle by Devin Bush after the catch. And that will just run this play out. So Hawks defense keeps it cleaned up there. They'll keep it to a 3-point lead, and that will finish us up for the first half. Hawks down 17-14 on the back of the Steelers' ground game, pounding away. In regards to your question, Thomas, I think that Seattle's had a pretty tough record, has had a tougher schedule this year than they had last year. They've got quality wins over the Lions, the Browns, the Eagles. So those are decent quality wins. That surpasses the quality wins they had last year. Have they done well against the tougher competition? No. But I think if you get in, I think at that point you've earned your way in. But if they don't get in, it's also not, if they lose this game, win next week, it's not some, on the other side of that, it isn't some horrible thing that's happened to them at that point. They've put themselves in that position to be where they are. So I think that they deserve it if they get these 2 wins. You go 2-0 in these last 2 and get it, you deserve to be in with how you've done this year. But I can understand too, Thomas. It's not been there's a lot that's messy here. There's a lot that's inexact. There's a lot that just doesn't seem right, and that has some not as much feeling like it's going to mean a lot in the playoffs when that does exist, because there's a feeling that will be there again next year in a lot of these things, and that they won't necessarily get corrected or solved. David, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate you for the double dono, David, today. It says, though the last 2 weeks have been positive, I'm still down on Pete. Pete is about defense, and the defense looks awful and can't tackle. Yeah, I've had a little bit of that same issue. I've brought up it's a joke I've probably beat to death, but the joke I like to make on this, David, is that, I've got a pastry chef that can't make a donut. And when it comes to Coach Carroll, for years and years and years right now, I have a defensive-minded coach who can't put together a structurally sound, competent defense. This is going to be a defense, again, for another season that finds itself at the back end, in the bottom third in the league in every statistical stat, and in some ways in the back end of the bottom third. Yards on the ground, efficiency, EPA. I mean, what stat do you want to take? And the defense isn't good in any realm. And you have a head coach who's supposed to be a defensive maestro and an ability to build that. He's put a lot of resources, because this is what you're going to get with a defensive coach, is that they want to make their defense good. They want to make their defense great. Now, whether their scheme can accomplish that or they can accomplish that remains to be seen. But what they are going to do is dump a lot of resources onto that side of the ball to get them that defense where they want it to be. And that's what we've seen with this, is that the resources get dumped, but the returns have just not been there. And I've said, David, that I will give Coach Carroll through the end of this year before I make my assessment. For me, the clock kind of reset 2 years ago when they appeared to turn things over offensively and defensively. But I said at that time, I'm very well aware that these things that they're saying they're going to do, they might not do. That they might not take these steps forward that they need to take to then once again become a team that can contend and be elite. And when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, David, to your point, none of those steps have been taken forward. When I watch what's happening today, it's the same type of stuff that was happening in 2020 and 2021 and 2019 and 2022. It's the same stuff. And you've got basically what's a third string quarterback playing for the Steelers here today, and he's 9 of 13 for 120 yards. He's cutting you apart. He's dicing you up. This should be at home an advantage for you. This should be for your defense an advantage to go and deal with. But instead, it's the other opposite end of it. And when it comes down to this, as I've said recent weeks, if this stuff continues to trend as it's trending and continues to head in this direction, I'm going to be in the same camp you are, David, and I'm not going to be shy about making my opinion public with it. I think I've been fair. I think I've been patient in giving this thing a chance to play out and see where it really truly lands. But I'm not one of those people that feels like you just need to give Coach Carroll this carte blanche of amount of time to figure this stuff out. Let's give him another 5 years. It eventually becomes, man, I don't know if he can actually build that type of defense up anymore. It seems to be there's much more proof and evidence for that than there is for the alternative. But well said on your part, David. I appreciate it, man. V-Ray, what's up, V-Ray? Thank you for the $5 dono. It's good to see you in the house. It says we play bat scenario football. No need to rotate guys on the D-line as much against the run, especially when they're undersized. Play bat scenario football. No need to rotate guys on the D-line as much against the run, especially when they're undersized. I think I might have, maybe my terms are off. Bat scenario football. In U.S. Army, a bat a football bat is a euphemism for a situation that has gone terribly wrong. No, there we go. Okay, be right. I hadn't seen that term before. So that's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't matter on that. It doesn't matter the rotations when it's all bad up and down, when all the rotation ain't working out too well. Thank you, B-Ray, for the $5. Bat scenario football. I'm going to have to use that one going forward, man. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, we are a record-breaking defense again, though. Yeah, that's right. We're just breaking the wrong kind of records, that's all. We go hard. One way or the other, we're going hard either way. Sometimes it's to break records by limiting the points. Sometimes it's by allowing the points. You know, it's a bit of both on that side of things, Jeffrey. Get a little bit more coffee here, folks. We'll be right back. Thank you for all the donations, folks. You guys are very kind, as always. Jordan, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, didn't think we were going to have to score every possession against the Steelers. Yeah, I wasn't coming into this game thinking that was going to happen either. I thought maybe the Steelers could still be pretty good offensively because they run the ball well and because Rudolph would play within himself. But I didn't think we were going to allow them to basically almost score to score on every possession as it's been so far. I figured the defense could get a stop or two in there at some point. Yeah, that's not been the case so far here, Jordan. And hopefully they can lean into more of the 5-man fronts and trying to tighten that up at times. As far as at least the ground game, because that's where it's got to start here coming into the second half. 24 carries, 145 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Warren, 7 carries, 67 yards, 9.6 yard per carry average for him. Najee Harris, 13 carries, 74 yards for him. 5.7 yard per carry average. I think that's his season best as it tracks right now. From a team statistical standpoint, the Hawks are almost losing the 2-to-1 time of possession mark. There's going to be a lot of pressure on this offense to not only go out there and get some scores, but be able to control this type of possession so that the defense does not wear down here in the second half. Steelers 4 of 7 on third downs in addition to that. Just slowly moving that ball up the field on the Hawks defense there in that first half. Thank you, though, Jordan. Did not anticipate that either. Did not anticipate a 17-point first half there for the Steelers. And hopefully the Hawks can find some adjustments here. Something that they can do differently here into this second half here. Whatever that may be. Barry Soy Toro, thank you for the $20 donation. That is very kind of you, Barry. And it's great to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. He says, Happy New Year, B. Hashtag Fire Pete. Certainly, I think that the calls are going to get louder and louder as we get into this offseason. If the Hawks miss this playoffs, and if they're missing the playoffs on the back of this defense in the state it is, as shabby as it is, I think that there's going to be a lot of calls for this. I think that there's going to be, it's going to grow to its loudest it's ever been. And I don't know if that is enough to draw change, or at least a realization, if not change, the true realization for a need for change internally within the coaching staff and the way they go about what they're doing. But I I don't think that the fans are just going to simply nod their head this year after things go that way and go, yeah, that's okay next year. I think there's going to be a little bit of, can we really have faith here in Coach Carroll and what he's doing? And it's hard. It's hard. We're 10 years removed from the Legion of Boom. You know, they moved on a long period of time ago. We've turned this defense over multiple times, personnel-wise. To say it's merely a talent issue, you've turned over the talent so many different times. You've invested so much into it. Yet the returns just are never there. Never there. It is still one where it just doesn't happen. And from undisciplined play to a scheme that is as simple as you will find in the NFL to an inability to just simply tackle. All of these things show themselves on our defense week after week after week, and it's another half as well that you get where there are no turnovers. I know that technically the Steelers, I guess, have a couple of fumbles in this game, but that was after big catches down the field. And you didn't get them back, but we do continue to see in this game where causing turnovers continues to be an issue as well with the defense. So come on, D. Let's get back in the second half. Let's find some footing here. Let's give our offense a chance to bring this thing home. Thank you, though, Barry, for that $20 donation. Appreciate all your support this year. As a longtime member as well of the channel, longtime supporter of the channel. You're awesome. Samuel Carlson, thank you for the $2 donation. Seattle's backup quarterback curse is alive and well. Indeed, if you look at the last 5 years and playing backup quarterbacks, I might actually do a bit of a deep dive this week, Samuel, to take a look at the records in those games, but backup quarterbacks have had a tremendous amount of success against Coach Carroll defenses through the years. And I've got theories on that. I think that when you run a very simplified defense, that makes it very predictable for the quarterbacks on the other side. And if you have a backup guy who may not have the most talent, who may not have the biggest arm, he's more likely to play within himself. He's more likely to just take what your defense is giving him and not try to push too much up the football field, the ball. I think that's why you see these backups having the success that they're having. And it's why it made me worried this week coming into it with a guy like Rudolph, who's played enough years to know what he needs to do to go after this defense. And or again, it's just on the coaching staff to find some adjustments to that, the acknowledgement of that. Hey, when we play backups, they stay within themselves. Maybe we need to attack a little bit more. Maybe we need to drop a little bit more confusion than when we would normally in those contests, rather than thinking, well, it's a backup, we can take them a little bit softly. Thank you, though, for the $2 donation, Samuel. Sean Lee says, feed DK. Indeed, DK, 3 targets in the first half. One of those targets was knocked down at the line of scrimmage. The other 2 were 2 receptions for 54 yards. So, indeed, DK is getting it done here early on with that stiff back of his. As well in the blocking game, as they're showing here on that block with Kenneth Walker. So we're going to get the second half here beginning out now. Hawks will receive here to begin things. And here comes the kickoff to start things off. Short kick. DJ Dallas up, receives it on the run. He's flying forward here. Nice little return there by DJ. That'll do. That will certainly do. Gino, 9 of 13, 124 yards and a touchdown the first half. Playing a very good game. Showing off some good pocket mobility in that first half, escaping away from pressure. I don't think the Steelers got him down once in that first half. 1st and 10. Geno under center, play action pass. Throws it out to Bobo. We got a Bobo sighting there. Bobo with the catch. Short completion for only about 4 yards there. Bobo. Stone Forsythe is in the game at this point. Abraham Lucas is out of the game with a knee injury. Yikes. It seems like that knee is still just keeps causing him problems here throughout the first couple of years of his career. Play action pass. Throw out to Parkinson. Nice throw by Geno Smith there out to Parkinson. Kind of a little levels play there by the offense after the play action. You got a short man, and then you got the deeper man. So it's kind of a two-man look there for Geno to the left side. And he's got to get that ball out so fast with the pass rush right there. Geno continues to play really well, poised, under control. Very nice throw there by Geno. Seahawks already on the Steelers side of the field at the 41-yard line after that catch. Geno under center, 2 tight end look here for the Seahawks. 3 tight end look here for the Seahawks. The give is to Walker. Walker dancing around looking for some space. Not much to be had there. He manages to carve himself out a yard on this play. We're just getting like Brown is down on the field. Evan Brown, the center for the Seahawks, is down right now. Hawks already down here to start this half off. No Abraham Lucas. May now be going to Olowatimi here down at the center position. Taker610, thank you for the $2 donation. The Eagles lost the Cardinals. They're in a free fall. Indeed, they are. You know, there was a real rich history for a while there of Super Bowl losing teams not even making the playoffs after they lost that Super Bowl. The very next season, they never made the playoffs. There was like a long year run of it where it occurred. And in recent years, I think it started to reverse a little bit in the other way where these teams are at least getting back to playoffs, as the Eagles will this year. But it's hard. It's hard going through all you got to go through to get yourself to a Super Bowl and then to get that close and then fall away and then have that sort of extra 3-4 games on your body. And those are a tough 4 games because it's high intensity and all that. You get maybe a little wore out coming back that next year a little bit on a long season. And they just don't have quite that same magic rolling right now that they did last year. And something seems to be just not right, especially defensively. They're like us, where they've got too much talent defensively to be playing as bad as they're playing. And they lost their DC. That certainly Gannon seems to be a big hit for them, but they are, to your point, Taker, kind of in a free fall. Yeah, we're losing O-line, dropping like flies here. No Lucas, no Brown, and I'm worried about Lucas with that knee injury long term. I mean, if that thing's a chronic thing here, I mean, is there a fix for this, or is it just one of those bone on bone, always going to be an issue kind of things? I know, Kitty. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, it's easy. Offensive line is one of the biggest things I'd like to see dealt with. They're just showing a stat here with Geno under pressure this year and, like 4th and touchdowns and this and that. And Evan Brown, what happened to Evan there? Did he just get concussed? I think he just got concussed. Because they're helping him over to the sideline now, and he's just a little dodgy. Yeah, poor guy there. So Olowatimi, the rookie out of Michigan, 5th rounder, comes out onto the field here for the Hawks. Geno in shotgun from the 40-yard line, 2nd and 9 here. 13:15 to go here in the third quarter. Quick little throw out to Noah Fant. Nice job getting it to Noah Fant there. Noah, good job of getting the first down. Oh, come on, official. Don't mark that short. Give him the effort on that one. Give him the effort on that one. Fourth catch for 45 yards for Fant. He's having, I think, maybe his best game of the year here so far. First down and 10. They do give him the first. Let's go. Geno under center. 3 wide, 1 tight end. The gives inside. Walker in the open field, still cutting back, still on his feet, still moving around, still on his feet. Patient run there, winding. Ah, hell, flag. Yikes. God, what a good little run there by Walker, negated by the flag, it looks like. Are they going to get DK on this one? So they'll get DK for the flag. Let's see on DK how he did here. Well, yeah, didn't release him after. He needed to release him once he turned off there, and he held on. So it's a legit flag there on DK. I can't. The pull comes when the pull in the jersey comes like that. You can have the hold like this, but if he pulls away, you got to release it out at that point. He spins off. So first and 13 there as the hold was way down the field, so Hawks aren't in sort of a first and 20 situation here. Quick throw out to Walker. Walker again creatively finding a way to just get 4 yards out of a play that looked like it was kind of sewn up in the backfield there a little bit. Second down. Walker having a really good game out there today here. He has just played some, just recent weeks especially, just been so dynamic as a runner. Second down and 9. Geno shotgun, empty look, 5 wide here for the Hawks. Geno dropping back to pass, lets it rip through, hits it to DK Metcalf. Nice catch by DK. Good throw by Geno there. Tight little window throw there to get it into DK. Third down and 4 for the Hawks. Well, this is a good opening drive, too. Need to pull back a little bit of that time of possession here. Pete talking to Waldron. I don't know if I like that. Third down and 4. Shotgun here for Geno. Oh, a little bit of a high throw there to Tyler Lockett by Geno Smith. Got a little bit out away from him. Tyler was open. Geno just had a little bit of a high throw there to Tyler on that one. So this will bring out a field goal attempt here for Jason Myers. 43-yard attempt. He's 30 of 37 on the year. He's been pretty good in the 40-yard range. I believe he's 9 of 10. Kick is up. And the kick is through. So the Hawks offense able to get the field here and get a field goal, tie this game up. Nice little about 5-minute drive there to start things off here in this half. Good to see. Good to see. Yeah, that wasn't a Lockett problem there. That was just a little bit of an errant high throw on that play. Abel, what happened to Lucas? I didn't think anything happened to him. He's been dealing with Abel a little bit of this knee thing for a while now. Even last year, I believe it cut him down at the end of his season. That sort of finished off his year last year, I think, or he was dealing through it last year, and of course dealing through most of this year. It could be that it needs surgery. It could be they did mention the word chronic in referencing it this year in a press conference, but they haven't elaborated a ton on what exactly it is or what's going on with it, you know? But he is out in this game. That's the bottom line. You start taking it out of on prior to the game. That's stressful. It is stressful. These games are rough. Always a heart attack. Always a heart attack game coming. See what the Hawks defense does here. More 5-man fronts. Tighten down the coverage. A little less of the soft zone, maybe. See if they can find some answers. The Steelers have yet to punt in this football game. Every drive was a score except for the last one at the half where they had about 35 seconds and one timeout to try to get the field. So defense is yet to really get a true stop yet today here. Iriel, who got hurt? I'm late. Lucas got hurt. Knee injury seems to be bothering him, and Evan Brown is out with a concussion, it would appear now. $10:47 to go in the third quarter. This kick will be driven deep. Ogabuki is going to try to take it out. He can be dangerous. He'll get it out to the 29-yard line there. Here comes the Steelers offense now. 145 yards rushing that first half. That's the most for the Steelers since 2006 against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's been 285 games since the Steelers ran for that much yards in the first half. Not good. Not good. First and 10, 10:41 to go. Hawks come out with that 5-man front. Steelers also come out with a pretty heavy formation here too. Heavy on heavy. Oh, that's a false start. That's a false start by Mr. Hayward there, the tight end. Take them back 5. Both man beckoning for their defense to try to get a stop here. First and 15. Pistol look here for the Steelers. Dropping back to throw. Quick, easy completion. Will gain 14 yards to the tight end. Zone defense. Just nobody picks anybody up in zone. Everybody just drops to a spot. Nobody actually tries to pick up an opposing receiver. And you've seen it all game. Just 3 steps, 4 steps, 5-step drop. And then the tight ends drop next to them and they don't move towards the coverage. It's just stunning to watch this zone defense try to operate at times where they're nowhere near the guy. It's just free 14 yards there for the Steelers. And that's a first down run there by Najee Harris. He's basically got 4 yards up the middle whenever he wants on the defense right now. There's nobody right now. They're just getting pushed off the ball. Hurt's going to have to try to start manufacturing stuff here. It's not working just staying into this we do what we do stuff. Come on, bro. First and 10 from the 42-yard line, Steelers territory. Pitch play out wide here to Najee Harris. He'll take it up for a gain of 6 yards. There's just no fire on the Hawks defense. Everybody's slowly getting up. Everybody's kind of meandering about. There's just no energy level to it. There's no fight. There's no juice on this defense. 2nd and 3. Hand off. Jalen Warren, breaking tackles, getting the first down. 4 or 5 yards there, first down. I don't know if I've seen a worse tackling team from a Seahawks team over the course of a year than this one. They need a play here. Somebody's got to make a play. Come on. Play action pass. Rudolph dropping back to throw. Wide open by 20 yards. Nobody, I don't even see a Hawk defender near him. First down. Oh. Just how. Oh my God, dude. This is so simple and easy. Like, this is just easy. There's not even, this is unbelievable to watch. Hand off up the middle to Najee Harris. He's going to be stuffed initially, but of course will keep his feet, and then he'll be pushed into the end zone by his lineman, probably for a touchdown. And indeed, it is a touchdown. The Seahawks have defensively just rolled over. V-Ray with a $10 donation. Thank you for that, V-Ray. Is Pete Carroll a defensive coach or an old school head coach who had a dynamic assistant and position coaches and a good eye for college players during the early LOB years? Yeah, I think more when I reference him being a defensive coach, V-Ray, of course, at this point, I wouldn't reference him as being a good defensive coach or be a good, it's more when I say he's a defensive coach in that he is going to build his team to both having a lot of talent, at least equivalent talent on the defensive side of the ball to what he has offensively, if not more so. He's going to be committed to his scheme being run the certain way that it's run. I think that he has, V-Ray, a lot of control over the top of his assistants in what is run. I don't know if he's had a lot of necessarily great assistants. I know Quinn was a pretty good one and Bradley was all right. But absent that, I don't know if there were a lot of guys. I think you bring up a good point about, him having a good eye for talent. He had been in college when he came out, and those great classes you had, I think were certainly informed by Coach Carroll having recruited these guys in high school and having some kind of insider knowledge that a typical NFL coach wouldn't have about what kind of players they were, coming out in those drafts. But it's more of just that everything is so firmly rooted in the philosophy of the defensive coach at that point, V-Ray, in the way that you run things and your willingness to do different things defensively, let's say, your willingness to maybe, hey, this isn't working offensively. Maybe we should go to the blitz. Maybe we should try to do that some more just to try to do something here. And instead of that, we were mentioning earlier, we got a couple of 6-man blitzes in this game, but they haven't really gone back to that at any point in time here. But it's not that he's a good coach, a good defensive coach, but I do think he's a defensive-minded coach and that definitely instruction informs him of a lot of different other things from a philosophy and strategy standpoint, I think, V-Ray. But the bottom line on it is it's very hard to make the argument that Pete Carroll right now is a good defensive coach. And if you're going to make that argument, you got to go, well, what is it based on? Where is that coming from? What is this housed within? And there's not a lot you can come back to on this defense. You're not disciplined. You don't tackle well. You don't schematically set anything up from an advantage standpoint to give your players an opportunity to sort of have a little bit of a cheat at times on plays. It's just all on them to go out there and make it happen. And coaches aren't going to do anything really from the scheme thing. We're just going to keep it simple and easy. So yeah, that's where my stance is on V-Ray. Thank you though, man. Taker 610 says, when I hear Chronic, I think Brandon Roy, not good. Yeah, I didn't, when they mentioned that this year as well, especially because they've been so minimal as far as the amount of information that they're letting us know about Abraham Lucas. I got really worried with that, and that it's been kind of lingering around here. I love the kid. He's a great player, but you wonder if this is going to kind of upend him before he can really get the career fully started and rolling. If it's in this shape where they just can't get it healthy and right and true. And that would be unfortunate because Lucas is a hell of a player. But unfortunately right now, I think that there's probably some issues going on there with the knee that are maybe not correctable, Coach Carroll on the sideline trying to talk to the defense and get them to, I don't know what he's trying to do, light a fire or something like that. Here's a kick return by DJ Dallas. Nice little return past the 30-yard line, up to the 35-yard line. Nicely done there. Jonathan Salazar's his unpopular opinion, Wagner needs to retire. I think that there's more of a signing of this going down right now, Jonathan, than it appeared early on in the year, where you had him playing really well and the coverage wasn't as bad as it's been, I think, in the latter half of the career. I think latter half of the season, I think, he's definitely showing some signs of wearing down. You see his PFF scores over the past couple of weeks that have been emblematic of that. He's played a lot of snaps as well with this defense on the football field for so many plays every single game. Under center here is Geno now, 1st and 10. Bobo on the field, part of the 3 wide receiver look here. The give is going to be to Walker. Walker is going to be slung down quickly in the backfield. Loss of 1. Walker definitely is having still some of those shoulder issues there that he's trying to fight through in this game. They're showing on the sideline. 9 carries, 53 yards, 5.9 yard per carry average. He's been a big part of what they've been able to accomplish here offensively today. 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks. Steelers showing a double A gap, mug pressure blitz here. Geno seems to pick it up or believe it is coming. He's got the play changed. They drop out of it. Snap is off by Oluwatimi. Walker able to corral it. 3rd down. Supposed to be a direct snap, it looks like, to Kenneth Walker there in that play. And instead the snap ended up going to Geno and not Walker. Or Walker I think that shoulder, he can't get that hand up, I would bet. Yeah. 3rd down and 17. Dropping back to throw. Here come the dogs. Nice catch by Noah Fant. Noah Fant with a great one-handed catch there. Brought down to the ground. This will bring up 4th down. Nice little one-handed stab there by Fant. And the Hawks are going to go ahead and punt 4th and 4 here. Try to trust the defense. Don't know if we should. Don't know if this is a good go. Don't know if this is the right move. 4:44 to go. Dixon's punt goes deep, far. Drive him to the 15-yard line. Punter will take it back there, still on his feet, fighting through traffic, gets up to the 21-yard line. Sam Fisher, thank you for the $10 donation, Sam. Appreciate you. Says, laughing out loud, laughing my ass off, and shaking my head. What is the point of drafting man scheme players and then playing zone 70 to 80% of games? You see them struggle in zone, and yet they keep running it. Garbage. Beautifully put, Sam. Beautifully put. And this is inherently at the heart of my struggles with this as well, is that you have a defense and Coach Carroll that struggles to deal with things, and yet it finds very little adjustments it's actually willing to make, especially when it comes to coverages, especially when it comes to blitzing. It doesn't want to dial up any other different techniques. It wants to make its thing work. My thing needs to work. My zone needs to work. Yeah, but your players aren't well suited to it. I don't care. My zone needs to work. You got good man cover players. I don't care. My zone needs to work. Hey, you got some guys that can blitz. I don't care. I don't blitz, and my zone needs to work. And that's the issue with it, is that there's no adjustments to be had. So married to the base philosophy of how you want your defense to play and not being willing to deviate anything from that. This is what then removes the confidence from Coach Carroll and me, because you're saying to me now, I have something failing. I don't have any adjustments to be made, and I don't even want to try to make any adjustments. I want this to work. This thing's got to work. Well, that thing's not working anymore. Yeah, I don't care. It will at some point. Based on what? I don't know. It just did one time, so it will again. Seems to be, I would hope it's not that simplified, is down to that sort of rudimentary of a level in the way that they view it, but it feels that way when you watch the team play, when they are so married to staying within the scheme and not doing anything different. And it's kind of wild to watch, because this has been years of this, Sam. You know, this isn't a one season thing where, well, this one season they're just deciding they don't want to do that. This has been years of a lack of willingness. And I don't know why Coach Carroll hates the thought of doing any more man-based concepts at times. I don't know what it is that freaks him out with that so very much, but he just won't do it. And I'll tell you this, if they stay into it in this game, if they keep on this spot in this one where they decide they're going to do it some more here, you're going to see the Steeler team continue to put up points in this game and continue to grind out drives. First and 10 for the Steelers, 4:35 to go in the third quarter. They are up 24-17. Shotgun look here by Rudolph. Give is going to be inside here and brought to the ground on a 3-yard gain by him. Two-yard gain, sorry. Boye Mafe with the stop. .335 total yards for the Steelers so far in this game. 2nd and 8. Dropping back to throw. Screen pass underneath to Warren. Leonard Williams does a good job of bringing him down to the ground there. It looked like that play was going to go for some big yardage. Williams able to bring him down, though it will be a first. Mason Rudolph with 9 straight completions. (11 of 15 for 176 yards. Back under center from the 33-yard line. Single high look from the Seahawks. Handoff inside to Warren. Tries to bounce it outside. Bounces it back inside for a gain of about 2 or 3. Sorry. I keep giving it more yards than they've been getting. Looks like officials are giving us good spots. 2nd and 9. Sorry. Second down and 9. Rudolph back in shotgun. Warren to his right. Seahawks showing a too high look from the safety position. Witherspoon blitzing off the edge. And he's going to go track down Jalen Warren and throw him to the ground. Let's go, Witherspoon. Showing off that fight there. He's got the fight. He's got the chippiness. He's got the juice. Screaming off the edge there. And he goes and gets Warren in the backfield and says, you go no further. Great job by the youngster there. Every game he's flashing a couple times, and no matter what, you're going to see him show up. 3rd down and 14. Big play here in this football game. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rudolph back in shotgun. 4-man pressure look from the Seahawks. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to look like he completes this ball, though. It looked like the ball might have been dropped at the ground. They're going to maybe call this completed, as are the officials, but it'll be a punt here from the Steelers regardless. I don't know if he made that catch, though. Let's see. Did he make that grab? No, he did. He caught it with his thighs. Pickens with the strong thighs. Still going to be short of a first down. So 4th and 3. Steelers will go ahead and punt this one off here. DJ Dallas is going to go ahead and fair catch this one at about the 15-yard line. DJ Smarty celebrating his 10th super chat here on the channel. Thank you for the $20 donation. That is very kind of you, and I really do appreciate that support, DJ. Thank you so much. Says it feels like Pete wants to coach the team he wants to coach the team he wants vice the team has. I think he meant he wants to coach the team like the team he wants the team he has. 2013, his scheme and players aligned, and he's trying to get back to that. But the players aren't there. They're not bad, just not right for the scheme. Agreed. I think, DJ, that a big part of what draws him into believing that the scheme suddenly does work, and I'm going to get to your dono. We got the more action going down here, but I'll get right back to your dono sec on this one. Gino back in shotgun now, 1st and 10. And it's going to be a fumble. Oh, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Jackson Smith and Jigba was taking it on what was looking like a fly sweep. It is a forward throw, so I don't know what Jackson Smith and Jigba's doing on that play. It's a little disjointed here at times this half. 2nd down and 10. Dropping back to throw. Gets it out over to DK Metcalf. Metcalf still on his feet up the football field, all the way down to the 47-yard line. Great catch and run. 1st down. DK's been solid as ever again in this game today. And a nice job by Stone Forsythe handling TJ Watt off the edge. Great job by Stoney. Hitting the middle route, post route, right in the middle of the field. Hawks have found success against the Steeler defense in the middle of the field today, be it Noah Fant or DK Metcalf. 1st and 10, empty look here for the Seahawks. Gino, looking. He's going to roll out. Run with it, Gino. Run with it, Gino. Run with it, Gino. Still running. Still on his feet is Gino at the 35. Still on his feet at 30. Down to the 29-yard line. Gino running for days out there. Reversing his field. Great job keeping your feet and extending that play by Geno Smith. And he's just had excellent pocket awareness today in his feel for the pressure. Stone Forsythe's doing a magnificent job down there on TJ Watt. And then you just get Geno in the open field, and he makes it happen. Nice job there by Geno. He's played a really good game. And that will end the 3rd quarter. DJ, I'll get right back to your dono here in just 1 second. Thank you for bearing with me. DJ, in regards on your thing, so he's trying to get back to that. I think what you also had a little bit, DJ, at the time was you had a scheme with the Seahawks coming with the cover 3 that they ran 95% of the time. No other NFL defense was doing that at the time. And so it was a very unique scheme. You also had the great track record Carroll had of USC it working tremendously, and then also seeing, of course, it worked to get the Hawks to a Super Bowl. And that's a little bit of, I think, what creates that false confidence inside of them is this worked at the college level, worked at the pro level, worked between 2 different decades of periods. Why can it not work again now? Why can it not be instituted now and find its way to to flourish as it stands. And my reasoning on that is just I think that the game has evolved. I think the game moves so fast, and that you talk about a 10-year period further, I mean, everything kind of changes. And that to expect that you can utilize something that even 10 years ago was looked at as antiquated, was old, was running such a simple scheme was something you did in the 80s. To think now, 10 years later, when it was already kind of viewed in that light, that it hasn't further been kind of dusty and it's got a little bit of mold on it now. And in my opinion is that you just can't run this scheme this way. A guy like Dan Quinn, who has refound his footing as a defensive coordinator after he was moved on from with Atlanta, has made those adjustments to this defense. We'll go to man principles. We'll go more to the blitzing. We'll look to modernize and do those things. And Coach Carroll just kind of goes back to that original basis time and time again, and it's just not working. That's the problem. It's just not working. And you're right. I think some of it is that the players aren't right necessarily for this kind of fit of defense, but I don't know if you could find the same kind of fit of defensive players that you did 10 years ago. 3 tight end look, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line here for Geno. Again, under some quick pressure as he rolls out, and he's going to just try to throw this to Parkinson. Ends up going a little bit high. He was under a good amount of duress there as he was trying to roll out. Steelers weren't playing the run there at all. If I'm Waldron, I'm going to look to maybe try to hit a little bit in the ground game here with Charbonnet, because Steelers are trying to get up the football field right now in their pass rush. Second down and 10. Shotgun look here. And boy, that play is going nowhere. Steelers knew that was going to be a run play all the way. Those linebackers were slowly working towards where they knew that was going to go. 3rd down and very, very, very long. Just feel those linebackers inching towards the A gap there pre-snap. And again, TJ Watt in the backfield, completely unblocked, I think, on that play. Just Parkinson never got his hands on him, or barely got his hands on him. 3rd down and 12. Geno, empty look here. Dropping back to throw. He's looking. It's Charbonnet. Charbonnet is going to be wielded to the ground at the 24-yard line, and this will bring up 4th down. Hawks will bring out the field goal crew here. Stone Forsythe continues to do a magnificent job on TJ Watt on the outside. I mean, he's done filling in for Lucas. He's doing great work out there. 42-yard attempt here for Jason Myers to try to bring Seattle within 4 points. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it will sneak through the left upright there, and the Hawks will pull within 4. So DJ, I think it's a little bit of you've got that feeling of this worked once before, multiple decades over, and the trust in that scheme for it to go. Yeah, it's a little bit of the players aren't necessarily a fit for what this is, but it also just comes down to I think he just does not want to go to find that different turn of the adjustment. I want to stay to this thing, and I want to stay hardlined into this thing, and that's where he'd come back to me and you, and he'd say you've got to be committed to what you do. You can't be successful in running a scheme or a philosophy if you're not committed to it. If you're asking me to change off of it and move off of it, then you're asking me not to be committed to it. But that's where we get to the thing that I think Dan Quinn saw the light on this with, where, hey, I can still utilize some of the tenets within this defense, but I do need to modernize. I do need to keep adding onto it over the years. It is not just this thing that comes out of the box and that's what it always is and that's what it'll always be. It's this thing that should ever be expanding, ever be adding on to it a little bit, in that spot of it, DJ. But when we get to the bottom line, how do we have faith going in the future? If he's not going to make adjustments now, if he's going to hold on to the old defense in the future, how can it merely just be a problem of personnel or talent at that point? I think that's a good question to be posed to Carroll. How can you just put it on the talent at this point when there seems to be so many holes naturally within how this scheme is operating right now? And the only other thing I can say to his DJ is that you've given teams 10 years to attack this scheme and learn what works and what doesn't work against this scheme, especially in the passing attack. But DJ, thank you for that big $20 donation. I appreciate you for that. Getting some pick six calls. Let's get a pick six. I can go for that. Go for a nice pick six. I do believe Mason Rudolph's on 10 straight completions at this point. $13:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Hawks down 24-10. Jason Myers will send this kick up and deep. Ugabuki will... Why doesn't Myers just kick it to the back of the end zone with Ugabuki? They'll bring it up to the 27-yard line. Good tackle there by John Radigan in the open field. And Rudolph will come out now, having a very, very good game. A lot of chippiness in this game between the players after the play. Special teams, defense, offense. A lot of that. Seahawks caused their first punt of the game on the last possession by the Steelers. Maybe they can start to build on that momentum just a little bit here. Steelers come out, 2 tight end look here. Handoff inside to Najee Harris. He's had a lot of luck with this run throughout the day. Every time it seems like there's an easy 4 or 5 yards there for him to be had anytime the Steelers want to go to it. Makes things very easy offensively on you when you can get that 6 yards on a first down run, 5 yards on a first down run. DJ Smart, again, thank you for that $20 dono, man. Appreciate you. 12:55 to go. Back under center here is Rudolph. Again, heavy formational look here for them. 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends here. Handoff, Najee Harris. He's going to bounce this outside. He's going to throw Tariq Woolen to the ground and eventually get pushed out of bounds after a first down run. Tariq got stiff-armed to the ground there by Najee. First and 10. Steelers, even up against these 5-man boxes, are still finding some yards to be had here. Inside handoff to Najee Harris again here. He's going to grind himself forward for 4 yards. Captain Callie, thank you for the $10 donation. Says, Happy New Year to all of you. Go Hawks. Well, Happy New Year to you too, Captain Callie. Thank you for the $10 donation. I really do appreciate that. I hope you have a happy holidays and a great new year. May it be a wonderful one for you. Hopefully so. But I appreciate your donation. Second down and 7 now. Nice job there by Boye Mafe to knock that ball down. It was a little bit of a play action pass rollout to the right, and Mafe read it well and knocked the ball down there before Rudolph could have an angle to get it to the receiver working his way out into the flat. Good active hands there by Boye Mafe. Third down. 4 of 8 today are the Steelers on their third down conversions. Jalen Warren in the backfield, Rudolph in shotgun. Seahawks got double-A gap mug pressure they're showing. They're going to bring it. Oh, what a catch. What a catch by George Pickens and what a throw by Rudolph. The pressure was in his face. He threw it up deep. And he completes it. Hawks were getting the pressure back there pretty quickly, but Rudolph off of his back foot just throws this up over the top. That's a wonderful throw and a marvelous catch by George Pickens. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Handoff here to Jalen Warren. Warren squeezes his way up through the gap, twists his way down. He'll be brought down, but not before gaining 7 yards on the ground as the Steelers continue to pound away at the rock. Pound away at the rock. Hell of a catch and hell of a throw by Rudolph on that last play. I mean, when you need a big 3rd down conversion, that's back foot, pocket collapsing around you. You barely can probably even see the receiver down the field, and he just looped that up perfectly, put it in the spot where only Pickens could go get it. 2nd down and 3. Steelers now over 400 yards of total offense against the Seahawks defense. Pitch play out wide to Najee Harris. There's some early penetration here on the play. Good job there to get it out. The official gets knocked on his butt on the play. And he's a little slow to come up now. He's a little wobbly. Officials, looks like he took a good hit there. Official says, I'm good. Devin Bush came at the end there and provided a little stick. 3rd down and 5 for the Steelers now. 10:25 to go in the 4th quarter. Third down and 5. Rudolph guiding and directing traffic. Dropping back to throw. Pressure in his face. Ball's completed. Oh, right at the 1st down marker. He is going to be a little bit short. Clock winds down below 10 minutes. It looks like they're going to measure this. And the ball will be short by about 3 chain lengths. So not much. What do the Steelers decide to do here? Like they're going for it. Can't blame them here with the way you've moved the ball and controlled the line of scrimmage today. I'd probably go for it if I was Tomlin too in this situation with the chance to maybe put this game away with a touchdown. Twelfth man on their feet. Getting loud. 4th down and inches. Steelers are lined up like it looks like a quarterback keeper. And that's what it's going to be, and he is going to get the 1st down. First and 10. Pistol look here. Handoff. Stumbling Najee Harris. Falls down behind the line of scrimmage there. He was stumbling right at the snap. A rare negative play here for Najee on the day. Second down. Steelers can still get a 1st down inside the 1 yard line. Handoff inside to Najee Harris, swallowed up in the backfield by the Hawks defense. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Bobby Wagner getting up a little slow here. And not... Third down and 12. $7:56 to go in this fourth quarter. This game is winding down fast. Hawks need a stop here desperately. Shotgun look here for Rudolph. Dropping back to throw. Whips it right underneath the middle there. Taken down to the ground is Jalen Warren for a very short gain. And I would imagine now the Steelers will just take the field goal. Could I mention the line once in a while? $26-yard attempt here. Woolen almost able to block that kick, but gets through. 27-20. They will take a touchdown lead. Will the Steelers team here on the back of another well-executed drive by the Steelers team. Steelers today, 39 carries, 185 yards. Just bully ball. And then even on the other side of it, just you've allowed the passing attack to be so very efficient. 16-21, 240 yards for Mason Rudolph today, averaging 11.4 yards per attempt. Defense only 2 stops today. You got the 1 stop at the end of the first half when they had 35 seconds to go, and then the 1 punt that you caused this half. Aside from that, every drive by the Steelers has gone down the field and scored. Every one. All of them. Derek says, if we lose out, are we out since LA won? No, you technically would still be in it, but you're gonna need some help at that point. Justin says, do we go for 2 till we get the win? That would be ballsy as hell, but I would guess no. Because as we know, Coach Carroll will trust his defense, so I feel like my defense will get a stop in overtime, and then we'll make it happen. We'll go make it happen at that point. Pete extension would be on brand. Yeah, it probably would be. It probably would be. We don't go for 2. True. It's very true. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Hawks down by 7 points. Here's the kickoff by Boswell. Go through the back of the end zone, and that will be that on that. So Hawks take over the 25-yard line. Out now, 17-24, 219 yards and a touchdown. Playing a really good game. Walker back out there with that shoulder, fighting through it. He's a warrior. Dropping back to throw is Geno. Looking, and he's going to have a sack, strip, fumble, and it does look like the Steelers have recovered. So good with the pocket awareness today was Geno, but he just didn't sense the pressure coming around the backside on that particular play, and the Steelers will come away with the turnover, and that might be it on this one. Boy, Charles Cross had help on that play. He had a chip block on that play, and he just got worked backwards. Is that the rookie Hairbig from Wisconsin? Yeah. Hairbig from Wisconsin beat Charles Cross around the edge, and Cross had a chip block help on the play from the running back. Didn't seem to help him out a lot. And there we go. First turnover of the day for the Hawks, and this will give the Steelers the ball at the 16-yard line. Hand off inside to Najee Harris. He'll run this for 2 or 3 yards. Just as I'll let you guys know, we will be doing a post-game show over on the Bleacher Report today. So I will pin that in the comment section of this, as I'll be going directly over there as soon as we finish up with the game today and doing a breakdown on this loss and what went down and how it went. So we'll be discussing it. Oh, sorry, my bad. Handoff outside, first down to Pickens on a fly sweep there. They'll get the first down to about the 2 or the 3 yard line. Be more Seahawks, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, did you hear what happened to David Tepper? I did not. I hadn't heard anything on that. Thank you for the $2 dono. What happened to David Tepper? Tossed a drink at a Jags fan? That's funny. That's hilarious. Kivers, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, do you sell that shirt you're wearing? I want one for my dad. I don't actually. This came from Brian Myers, one of our longtime subs in the chat. Sent me this shirt for Christmas, so I just got it as a gift. I'm not sure where he got it from, Kivers. I'd imagine you could probably find it on Amazon. But yeah, I got just came in the box last night. I was like, ooh, this will make a good shirt for the game today. Seahawks challenged the spot of the ball, but the spot's going to hold and maintain. First and goal for the Steelers. Thank you, Givers, for the donation. You two feed me. Appreciate you guys. Wish I could tell you. Maybe Brian Myers will say down in the chat, Givers. I'll look for him to give me an update on it. I can tell you. Under center here now. Handoff first and goal to Najee Harris. He's fighting hard. He'll take this for a 2 or 3 yard gain. $5:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Second and goal for the Steelers. Cliffick, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, Pete is making us so mad that all of us are going to dream about him tonight. Dude is making horrible decisions on defense. He seems to be out of answers defensively speaking on what he can do. And I don't know that he's got any adjustments he wants to be made or that there are any adjustments he can make. I just don't think he's willing to do them at this point in time. And I do hope that the ownership holds him to account on the fact that this is a guy that, in this day and age, it's a lot easier to go be a winning team with an offensive-minded head coach than it is with a defensive-minded head coach. And if you've got a defensive-minded head coach, they better be a good defensive-minded coach, right? They better be able to put together a solid defensive unit at that point. And I don't know that Coach Carroll can at this point. You can keep loading up the talent all you want on that side. I don't know if you can. 2nd and goal now. Back under center, little fly sweep to Jalen Warren. Hawks get it covered up nicely. Bobby Wagner's there to make the play. He brings him to the ground. Good job, Hawks defense, fighting strong here, fighting hard. At least that's something. Yeah, 4 minutes and 51 seconds. I don't know why the clock has been stopped here. Cliffick, I get it, man. I'm with you on it. I'm mad. I'm frustrated with this. I don't understand how someone can hold on to something for so long that they just will not recognize. It's like you can be faced with the greatest of problems staring you right in the face and smacking you in the face on a weekly basis and yet still not do anything different. And it is maddening as hell. Maddening as hell. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, it's hard to be upset. This is how it's looked all year. They just keep getting away with it, but not this time. Well said, Jeffrey. 3rd down and goal now. Play action pass. And Rudolph's just going to throw this away, trying to keep this into a 2-score, make this a 2-score game, which is understandable there from his perspective. So the Hawks defensive leads holds up to give their offense, I guess, is supposed to chance, a shot. And you're right. There's many different games that they've looked this way, not just this year, but in recent years, Jeffrey. And we shouldn't be surprised by it. Not at all. Not surprised by it. It does still stand to be pretty disappointing watching it going just on a weekly basis without any adjustments made. Olin again did everything he could to try to block that kick. He laid out Superman style. Just couldn't get it done. 30-20. Steelers up. Brian Myers, thank you for the $5 donation. Says B, shirt came from a store that rhymes with Paul Blart. Happy New Year's to all. Go Hawks. There we go. Well, there you go, Kivers. Came from a store that rhymes with Paul Blart. So I guess Walmart would be the one on that one. And Brian, indeed, go Huskies tomorrow. Folks, I will be doing a live stream show tomorrow of the Huskies game. I'll be doing play-by-play on that game. So if you are wanting to look for a spot to tune in the game here and hang out with, we'll be doing that tomorrow at 5 o'clock when the game starts out. So thank you for reminding me of that, Brian, and thank you for the shirt. Merry Christmas to you, man. Fits well. Good fit, nice fit. I think it looks pretty sharp. So appreciate you for that. And thank you for the $5 donation on top of it, man. Here's the kickoff, 4:31 to go. DJ Dallas will try to take this back up. And he'll get up to the 26-yard line and no further. Givers with another $5 dono. Thank you, Givers, for all your donations today. Very, very kind of you, my man. Somebody who has his number, get on the horn with Clint Hurt and tell him to run cover 3 Sky. Works in Madden every time. There's nothing like those plays in Madden that are just those ones you'll always go to that you lean on, is there? Or you always go back to those going, I can always go back to this coverage or this particular play that's the money play for me. No matter whenever I play Madden, I've always got my money plays on either side of the ball that I always go to. But cover 3 works good. Cover 3 Sky works really well in Madden. I remember that as well, Kivers. All right, Gino in shotgun here, 4:23 to go. Seahawks have 2 timeouts remaining, dropping back to pass. He's going to unleash it out here to DK Metcalf. Metcalf with the catch and down to the 42-yard line. Metcalf having a good day today. He's over 100 yards. 1st and 10. Thank you, Givers. Gino dropping back to throw. Throws it up underneath here to Charbonnet. Charbonnet at the catch and quickly tackled. Michael Hyde, thank you for the $5 donation. Says this team ain't moving forward until Pete is gone. I'm indeed at a spot, and boy, Forsythe finally got beat there by TJ Watt, and he was right there on Gino. 2nd down and 5. Gino back in shotgun. Pressure continues to come back underneath to Charbonnet here for a quick catch and run. Nice play there to Charbonnet. Well done. Well done here by the Hawks offense. They've gotten up the field here fast. They're on the Steelers side of the football field with 3:28 to go here in this football game. Gino back in shotgun. Quick snap. Survey, look in the field. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. He's going to run this and take this out of bounds for a 4 or 5 yard gain. Michael, this is where I'm going to be arriving at, I think, where this year's playing out to and where it's going to be and what I'm going to be talking about this offseason, which is I'm not getting into any sort of false hope that they add 6-7% more talent onto this football team and it overcomes the coaching inefficiencies that we're seeing on a weekly basis, the schematic inefficiencies we're seeing on a weekly basis. Empty look here on 2nd and 7. And folks, do me a favor too, please hit that like button if you do like what you're listening to. We have a flag on Seattle here. What is this flag on? False start. Had a few of those in this game. Strange to happen at home so often. That's the rookie Oluwatimi. He's out there playing in place of Evan Brown. But Michael, I'm not going to have that confidence that simply adding talent's going to fix this. There's something inherently broken, and it's at the source of this. And until you go and resolve that, you're just dealing with the symptoms and not the root cause. 2nd down and 12, Gino in shotgun. Lets it rip underneath to Tyler Lockett. Good job of getting back those penalty yards and getting yourself into a makeable 3rd down here with 3 minutes to go. Quick snap. Gino dropping back. Throws it underneath back to Charbonnet, who will get the 1st down. He's gone to him 3 times in this drive, and it's working. Charbonnet gets, and TJ Watt is on the ground. Geno Smith comes up a little bit limping as well. TJ is going to take a second to kind of get himself right there. Geno limping on that left ankle right now. Oof. Just went low. And Michael, we'll definitely go into the heart of this in the post-game discussion we talk about this evening in regards to this subject. But I think that the Hawk fan base is going to be in that stance of things. I think that there's going to be a majority of people that feel in that stance of things. And I don't know what the counter argument would be to it at this point. Gino dropping back to throw. Colby Parkinson with a great catch. Gino with a ballsy throw down the field to Colby Parkinson. Fits it on in there, makes it 1st and goal here. 2:27 to go. Hawks, get this thing snapped quick. Come on, get it snapped. Get on the line of scrimmage. Get in there before the 2-minute warning. Come on, Gino. 1st and goal. Gino dropping back to throw. Laces it inside there to DK Metcalf, incomplete. Clock will stop. Gino, a great throw there to Parkinson. Three white jerseys all around there, Parkinson. He got it in him. Got it to him there. Second down and goal. Dropping back. Going to throw this up over the top to Locke. Little bit outstretched, too far outside of Locke there to get it to him. Interesting thing here will be on third down. If you can't get it, do you take the field goal knowing you need to get 2 scores here to make this happen? Obviously, would love to get the touchdown here. But that's going to be a tough call there on that one, how they roll it. My mom's in the house. What's up, Deanna? Mom, I love you. Great to see you in the house. Hope you're having a great night. We got third and goal here from the 6-yard line for the Hawks. Geno dropping back to throw. Going to throw this over the top to DK. DK cannot quite reel it in. Pretty good coverage out there by Porter as well. Physical coverage out there by Porter. DK had a chance there. He had an opportunity. I don't know if he can get his feet in, even if he did make that catch. I don't know if he was going to get those feet down. Well, you'd think here probably Seattle takes just the field goal here and tries to see if the defense can get one stop for him and give the offense a chance. And indeed, they're going to take the field goal. But Mom, thank you for the $10 dono. Says, go Hawks. Rosie and Wyatt say, hi, Uncle. Rosie and Wyatt, I hope you know I love you out there, and I hope you're having a great day with Grandma. Field goal attempt is up and through, 30-23. But thank you. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Wyatt. So, I say hi to my nephew and niece out there. Yeah, Jordan, the ball's a little bit too far there to the DK play. A couple of odd calls there to go a little bit to the fade routes. That's not been kind of your strength this year necessarily. But it's going to come down to defense needing to get a stop one way or another here. Yeah, I don't think they'll onside kick with two timeouts left to go. I would say to Jason Myers here, Jason, kick this through the back of the end zone. There's 2 minutes and 1 second. We don't want the time to go to 2 minutes here. So it only goes if they catch the ball here. So boot it through the back of the end zone. Sail that thing right through the back end. Take that big kick and let it fly. Because if they get it, right, if they just even if the guy gets it and then downs it in the end zone, that'll take a second off the clock and you get the 2-minute warning. You can kind of take advantage of this right now if you want it from Seattle's perspective, if Myers wanted to boot this through the back of the end zone, because then you're essentially getting that third timeout. And the Hawks are showing like they're going to onside this. Is that the right thing here, to onside this? I guess you just don't trust your DA. And they'll recover this. Yeah, Boop Dog, there's no way for me to speed up my deal. It's kind of like the difference between, I don't know why my area of the thing gets it so much later than you guys, but you guys just get the faster feed. Can't do nothing about it. I don't know about going for I know you don't trust your D on that one, but going for the onside kick there, I'm not sure about that. Such a low percentage play. I'd almost just at least try to see if the defense can carve one stop out. You know they're going to try to run it 3 times. Patrick says you gave the D a chance all game and they failed every time. It's a good point. Good point. Not like they've earned the right for you to feel super confident in what they're doing. That's for sure. Be right back, folks. The 30-23 here, 2 minutes to go in this game. Hawks with 2 timeouts. Dropping back to throw, and they're going to complete the pass. They're going to throw it on this and complete it down to Pickens, the 20-yard line. Ballsy play call there by the Steelers. But why not? Everything's worked today. And you can count on knowing what the scheme's going to be. You know Mike Jackson's dropping into cover 3 there. You run the post route underneath the cover 3 defense, and it's wide open for Pickens. It's the nature of the ease by which you can attack this defense. So there's not a risk, on a play like that, you have a risk of, we might have a play, we might have the clock stop. We don't get to wind down the clock. But if I know with 100% certainty the coverage you're going to call in that situation, then it's really an easy play to complete at that point. And that's just what you see on that play. Jackson dropping to depth, dropping to his bail technique, cover 3 drop, and then you run the post route right inside it. Because we made Rudolph look like Big Time Ben? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did in this one. Hand off inside to Najee Harris. Najee taken down to the ground for a gain of 2. Hawks will call their final timeout. Yeah, Colby tackling all season has been atrocious. It has just been saw it throughout this game, and it's a problem throughout the NFL, but it's a particularly bad one with us right now. 2nd down and 8, under center here for Rudolph. Handoff to Najee Harris inside. He bounces forward. Jaron Reed there to step forward and get him corralled in the hole, take him down to the ground. This will be a 3rd and 7. Clock continues to roll. Barry Zatoro, thank you for the $10 donation. Says this is the game that should rally the fan base to request stripping this whole thing down to the studs. Well said, Barry. I think that there's a variety of games this year that could have been something that showed you, but in the totality of the last few years, I think that this absolutely should be telling that to Coach Carroll or telling that to Jody Allen and this ownership group as they watch this. I don't know how you watch this and feel emboldened with confidence that Carroll is your guy going forward at this point. It is much like his commitment to his defensive scheme that he thinks is just suddenly going to go from not working to magically working, not because of adjustments, but because it'll just come back around like it's cylindrical. That's not going to be the case. And this doesn't magically fix itself out as the ownership group stands pat on this one. There's plenty of evidence to show that you've got a really talented team that's not being maximized by its coaching staff right now. And if it's underperforming, then that comes back to the coaching and hopefully that they're held with some feet to the fire. I really do hope. Because until that happens, we're not going to see any change. 3rd down and 7. 1 minute to go here. Shotgun look, handoff inside to Najee Harris. Najee Harris blasts through the middle of the field, and he will slide down, not even take the touchdown, just so they can run the clock out. And there is your game. I guess that's kind of fitting that it wraps up like that in this one. Hawks defense on the day, just no answers today, especially no answers in the ground game. 46 carries, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Would have been 4 touchdowns there if Najee didn't just take a knee to wind this clock out and take some measure of he was lenient on us, I guess, a little bit in that respect, though. They're going to go with the the kneel down now, and that will wipe out the game. But thank you, Barry, for the $10 donation. I hope you're right. I hope this rallies the fan base. We'll see where everybody's at. We'll run a poll tonight on my post-game discussion talking about just that. Kivers, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, Deanna, you raised a great man. Congrats. Kivers, that's very kind of you to say, and I do hope Mom gets to hear that. I do indeed hope she gets to hear that. Thank you for all your donations tonight. V-Ray, thank you for celebrating 25 months over 2 years as a Hawks Nest member. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, that long-time support. Hey, guys, we got hit in the mouth today. Coach Tomlinson is out coaching Pete Carroll at his own game. Have a happy new year, guys. I think I'm done. Understandable, V-Ray. Understandable. This has been a taxing season for Hawk fans, and it's been a frustrating one, and there's been some ups, but there's been some downs that have been really tough to stomach. And getting to the point where you're kind of fed up or at the wit's end on this stuff, I can't blame you, because we're seeing the same story play out at times week after week after week, and there's no answers to be had. There's no adjustments to be had. And that just ends up drawing people into a place of eminent frustration where it's hard to find much positivity or hope within that. I thank you guys for all your donations today. Appreciate everyone for all of the support. It looked like the chat was bubbling up. I'm going to go over to the Bleacher Report and do a quick post-game stream over there. Then we'll be bouncing back over here for some post-game discussion later on. So I will be back momentarily, about an hour or so back here on the channel to talk this one up and chop it up. But until that time, even after a loss and even after a season, looks like it's just about done. We are still in it. And I still want you guys to remember, don't you ever forget, don't ever forget. Go Hawks.